Ruin
No
this.
problem. Get it, Ben. Sing it.
Yes, I try.
You lie to me.
For you.
You lie to me.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I cry. Return of the man. Return of the man.
Turn on the man.
Return of the man.
Live before, film before a live studio audience.
We're live.
We're live.
Recorded in front of
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry, people who are currently viewing. I'm gonna send out a quick text to let the peeps know that we're on air. So that's gonna be me for like 1 or 2 minutes.
Until then, listen to the soundtrack.
Yes, I am very funny.
People are texting me, yo, we're not live.
Huh?
I'm just giving you a heads up.
Yeah, we are. I said 8:10. It's 8:12. We're live.
Oh, okay. We outside.
You lie to me. What I do.
Show just changed. Yo, Brick, it's kind of ironic. This song's playing for me, right?
It's my playlist.
I'm talking about my situation, fool.
Oh man.
I'll be back. All right, let's tune in.
Hey, what's up with that shirt, Ben?
Oh, you like it?
You tripping?
I stay tripping. Trippy.
You taking mushrooms, haven't you?
Yes, I have several times, in fact. That's a very interesting story for another time.
Same.
You done mushrooms? Yo, fuck that shit,
What?
nigga. Hell
What,
no.
mushrooms?
Mushrooms.
Nah,
I
I'm
ain't
good.
touching that shit.
I'm
not
good
bad.
on mushrooms.
I'm good.
Don't like it till you try it.
All right, so we're live, right?
Shroomy over here. Team Shrooms. Y'all did acid too?
Yeah, I've done acid before.
Just confessions right now on the
Nah, I
live?
haven't done
Yeah,
it.
I would not do acid again though.
Really?
Yeah,
You Dr. Seuss
That's,
ass niggas, yo. Nah.
had some crazy shit happen on that.
Nah.
All right, guys. I think let's get started. Jay, we got a couple people coming in, so
All right.
welcome everybody.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. You know, we've been out for a minute. I just want to say thank you for taking your time out, tuning in with us today, man. We're going to talk about some ill topics. We're going to get right to it. You know, it's your boy, your gearhead himself, Mr. Logic. Introduce yourself. We have a guest.
Hello.
What's
I'm
up,
gonna
Nat?
have you guys.
Thanks for coming out today.
Thank you for having
You'll
me.
be providing the women feedback
Yes, ma'am.
input.
No peer pressure.
No peer pressure.
It's not like I have anxiety or anything. It's fine.
All right. We got Ben 10 in the house.
Ben Tennyson, Sir Zaniel. Check me out on Instagram, Sir Zaniel Ben.
All right.
And you got Brick and Morty. I'm here to break shit. Let's get started.
Break
And
shit.
this is one thing for sure,
Two
two
things
things for certain. Let's
baby.
go.
Let's go.
Let's get right into it. All right. The first topic. Oh, we don't have church today. So
Yeah.
mic down. Church is
Mic
down.
We didn't
What is this,
replace him.
Chick-fil-A?
We did replace him. We upgraded.
We got upgrades, people. Upgrades.
We upgraded.
Yeah.
Hey, build it as you go, right?
Yeah, exactly. Upgrade.
All right. So first topic, we'll go around the room. Do women want beta males or alpha males?
They want alpha males, bro. That's that. Why are we even talking about that? They want alpha males. Here's the thing. They want a man. Where's the camera? They want a man that's gonna take charge, right? But they also want a man that's gonna fucking listen to him. But that doesn't exist because this is my personal opinion.
Yeah. Yo, boy, you stupid.
yo, Nat, you're gonna have to. It's me and the camera's talking right now. So, and women, or at least some women, won't accept this. I'm not even gonna say like all or most. Just some women won't accept this. What they not accept? They won't accept hearing this. If a woman can walk all over a man, she is not going to respect him, and she will find that somewhere else. Promise you on everything.
Big facts.
Facts.
Like, yeah, you can have a 50-50 with a woman, with your partner, right? But the moment, and this is just my personal thing, so if you're wrong, get in the comment section and tell me why I'm wrong.
No, continue.
Yeah, go.
If you think as soon as you're on the equal level with the woman, the moment that she feels like she has any kind of leverage or superiority over you, it will manifest itself in her actions and how she speaks to you, and then she's just gonna fucking leave you, brother. Promise you on everything. Don't do it. 70-30, baby. 70-30. Woo!
70-30 in what?
that's how much the man should give versus what the woman should give.
In what, the
70% the man,
relationship?
yeah, 70% the man, 30% the woman.
But financially, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
financially.
Nigga,
What?
yo, this
70-30.
nigga tripping.
No,
bro.
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. No,
70-30.
continue.
What?
70-30 and everything and what?
And everything. So like, check it. All right, he's taking care of like the big bills. You know, he got the fucking mortgage. She can help out,
Okay.
right? Electricity, the fucking water, stuff like utilities, right?
70-30?
70-30.
So then do we go 70-30 on a kid?
Do we go 70-30 on kids?
I'm asking you something
right now, bro.
Make it-
Of course, you raise the child together, but what I mean, like on the big ticket items, right? You know, like this is just me, my traditional thinking. I believe that the man should be the breadwinner. He should be the guy that's bringing home the bacon, make sure everything's taken care of, and then the wife, the woman of the household, should make sure that everything in the household is up to par, so that the man can come home to peace. Right? That's like the number one thing for most men. They want to come home to peace. Yeah, there's a fucking there are outliers out there that fucking love toxic women and they want to come home with some chick fucking yelling at them at the top of their lungs over some dumb shit. No dinner on the fucking stove. Fucking the kids are still dirty. They haven't eaten
Damn,
yet.
G, you
Shit like
cold.
that, bro. I mean, but come on, there are men. I'm saying this, and there are men and women that be like, no, yeah, you're dumb. I like it interesting. I like drama.
That's called chaos, though.
It's
It's like,
called,
no,
it's
no,
called narcissistic.
if you grow up with chaos in your life and peace is introduced, some people consider that a boring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when that's introduced, they're like, no, that's why they want to spice it up.
Exactly. And that's
Emotional
that's where it comes from.
instability.
If you're not fulfilling yourself as you should as a man, and also the woman has to fulfill herself as well. And and I get it. We're in the era where it's boss babes. It's our turn. We can do it. We can do it too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Straight face.
We're in that era. So there are women of our generation don't agree with what I'm saying. and that's-
But you got to break down
and
the
that's fine.
70-30. And we got a comment here too. He's Dia Jor, he says, motherfucker said 70-30 like there's a formula. Laugh. That's a good
Yo,
fraction.
yo.
Bro, what I'm saying is, again, the husband takes care of the big ticket items, and the wife, if she has a job part time, or she works from home, she can help out.
Nigga, you know,
Okay, hold on, wait. We
hold
gotta
on,
get
hold
a
on.
woman's. We gotta get a
Do
woman's
you,
take
do
on
you
this.
know that it's 2022?
Yeah,
My nigga?
bro. You
Like,
ain't getting no
exactly.
50.
That's why I said we're in-
this ain't the 1950s.
I know. That's why I said
They're
we're
independent.
We're in the modern era, and you got boss babes, you got independent women. They don't believe
So
that.
let me ask you
Either-
something, Ben 10. When you go out on a date,
Oh,
what date?
God.
When?
when you go out on a date, you don't
Okay.
date?
No.
No, don't pull. That's me. I do the
Yo,
streets. I
okay,
do
okay.
the streets.
Okay, you're right.
So when you go out on a date,
Yeah.
the check comes
I'm taking care of it.
70-30.
Yeah, I mean, look, check this out. Check this out.
Guess what? I got this. You
Peep
just
game,
leave a
peep game,
tip.
peep game. All right, so he
Nigga,
just said it.
I was joking,
But
dog.
that's valid though.
Go
ahead, go
That's
ahead.
an example of 70-30. I'll take care of the check. You leave him a
Nah,
tip.
man.
But,
Let me-
but what I'm saying is here's what I would do. If I invited a girl out, of course I would foot everything. Of course I would take care of all of it.
70-30.
Bro, but she's not my wife.
And
That's true.
Right? If I'm dating a chick, or I'm sorry, if I'm dating a
But
woman,
you don't date.
I don't date. If I'm dating someone and I would like to get to know them, I
Uh-huh.
want to build a relationship. Of course, I'm going to show them that I have the capacity to support them, right? That I'm able to step forward and fulfill my role, as I should as a man, right? Now, but here's my thing: I'm fair. If she wants to go Dutch, fuck it, we ball, right? Or if she invites me out, where the bag
You're
at?
still paying, bro. Next.
Nah, bro,
logic,
where the
2
bag
cents.
at, bro?
All right, man. This whole alpha beta shit, I don't be 100 and telling my viewers, I think that shit's dumb. Point being, beta, alpha, it's all the same shit, different toilet, in my opinion. Now, I can't tell you what a woman wants. I can only tell you what a man wants. I'm a man. I ain't a woman. So
Women don't know what they want.
women, I have an idea of what women want. Women, they like novellas, right?
Yeah.
So they don't want no boring shit. They like being entertained. They like challenges. They like to be, challenged in certain aspects, right? So as a man, you have to create that reality for them. And I don't mean in no narcissistic way or in a toxic way, but you could come home, chill, whatnot. But it would be nice if you come home and you have an itinerary for, to do
Itinerary.
A routine.
Hey,
a routine.
well,
Per
okay,
se.
let me hit you with this then. All right, so imagine this is an issue that I had faced in the last relationship that I was in.
Demon.
All right, so I remember she sits me down and she talks to me. She's like, "Oh, Ben, I don't feel like you're pursuing me anymore."
Oh God.
right? I don't
Oh.
feel like you're pursuing me anymore. I don't feel like you're making me feel like I'm wanted,
I understand.
right? And so I'm thinking,
No,
to
no,
myself-
no, no, no.
Hold on,
Since she
wait a minute.
understands-
understand.
I'm
Explain.
sorry. Explain, because we're a caveman at this point. So explain to me what the
Elaborate.
fuck does that mean?
Okay. In the beginning stages of dating, when a guy is really into a girl, they're gonna, with actions, with words, body language, they're gonna show and they're gonna pursue.
yeah, no, yeah,
They're gonna show interest.
yeah,
And some guys, I'm not saying all guys, but some guys, once they have, the girl and they're
They
in a
have the prize.
relationship,
they
They
stop.
lay back.
Yeah.
they're laid back. They kind of stop, not all at once, but it just happens gradually. And because some women really care about their significant others, they give them the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes they try. It really just depends on the relationship. It's based on circumstance.
So what about this? So okay, so I believe that if you want to show that you're interested or whatever during the relationship, that it should come from somewhere natural, right? You should be like, oh, thinking about your partner. Oh, I think they would really like this. Oh, let me do this for them, this, that, and the third.
Mhm.
All right. So my way of showing my affection, 'cause I'm an artist. So what I would do is I would paint something, or I'd make a song, or fucking write a poem, or some fucking
Ooh,
lovey-dovey
you
goofy
fucking
shit, right?
Vincent Van Gogh? my
Yeah, a
nigga?
little bit, man. I still got my ear, but
That's your love language.
yeah, that's my love language, right? And it was compared to hers, it was very different.
She has a completely different
Yeah, a
love
completely
language.
different form of love language. So when I do my thing, I'm like, she's really gonna like this, because like I know she likes like this, that, and the third. And I presented to her, and then she's like,
The thing is, people nowadays, they love their significant other
Yeah.
in their own love language, not in theirs.
yeah,
That is the big issue.
Now we talking about love language.
Nah,
Because-
listen,
no,
listen,
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
believe in any of that.
Let me put
Y'all
this. Let me
believe
put
in
this in a
astrology?
way,
love
Right.
language
Hold
is
on.
just a term
yeah,
for
in which they show their affection.
yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
basically,
I get you.
basically, Ben was showing his affection to his girlfriend,
X.
to his ex-girlfriend,
Mhm.
through his affections, not hers.
No, I get that.
70,
Like,
70-30.
Yeah, she
I'm not
didn't.
Yeah, I'm not
she
gonna
didn't-
front.
and she didn't like it, right? The kind of shit that she wanted,
Mhm.
like the kind of shit that she wanted was like, oh, I want you to like call me all the time, and I want you to like,
Bitch.
yeah,
Nah, man. Yo, this is
Shit
the
like
real
that.
world. I got work.
And
I
like,
got
bro,
shit
exactly,
to do.
like, bro, I don't mean, I'm not trying to sound like I'm a big, but fuck, I'm busy. All right, like I believe that if you were busy and you found time in your day, and I knew you were busy, you found time in your day to shoot me a text, like then I would appreciate that, right? If I ask you a question, we don't have to chat all the time, but if I ask you a question, I fucking expect a response.
But
All right,
let me-
Elijah, back to the topic. Beta.
well, when it comes to being an alpha, because everyone at work called me a Sigma, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
Sigma.
Like I don't know. what
Jason's on that Sigma grind set.
to me, man, when a woman wants somebody who can give her insurance,
Yeah.
someone that she knows is willing to take that leap, willing to actually take it to the next level, who's going to put that on his back. And I'm not talking about a man that does everything. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes when you guys talk about love language. I'm speaking from my own experience. When it comes to being in a relationship, my past relationships, what I did was fuck all that honeymoon shit, because the honeymoon shit is not valid. That's a front. You got to learn your partner, and it goes both ways. When I say learn your partner, you got to know what ticks them off. You got to know what sets them off. And sometimes, not all women love when you tick them off being funny. Like they like to be annoyed, not to the point where it's like, yo, I can't stand you, but oh, I was
They don't
just
like
joking.
to be annoyed. I think they like to be challenged.
Well, when I say annoyed, it's like, imagine you're doing something that gets on her last nerve, right? But you're doing it for a reason to catch her attention, to surprise her with something.
You're doing it in a cute way. You're
Exactly.
annoying her in a cute way.
Exactly. Now, with that whole beta and alpha shit, the reason why I say I don't believe into that, man, because a beta, like they'll say, okay, if you get with a shorty that got the kid, you're a beta. I can't say that because, again, on the last episode, the greatest fathers are some of those who never had seeds. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? I think it really comes down to character and what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do.
I think in that instance, however, just on the regards of like guys getting with women who have kids and people calling them betas, it's one thing if like you get with a woman who has a kid, if you have no intention of like fathering that child, or like, just like rising up to the occasion, right?
Yeah.
You're just with her, just like try and get a quick nut or whatever the fuck, because like for whatever reason, people think that single mothers are more vulnerable and open and easy to shit like that. So I think if you're willing to like step up, right? Then you're not a beta because it takes a fucking real man to raise a kid.
Well, I think a beta is like a nigga who fucking gets with a porn star and has a kid with her. Like
No, yeah, that's a mark ass punk.
I think it's just the style of man. I think everybody's different. We need to stop lumping them in just two columns.
No, yeah. It honestly, it comes down to the individual. But if we're
Exactly.
gonna speak in general terms, like what the behavior is usually that you can see is that, you know, if a dude's getting with a chick that has all this baggage, he's like, oh, you know, oh, but she's different.
a bitch ass nigga. Like
Yeah, he's
no,
a-
no
yeah,
bitch
feel
They
me?
ass
want that
nigga.
sympathy.
What? So
You have been looking at me this entire
Because I wanna-
podcast.
I wanna
for
hear what you
my
have to say.
reaction.
I want to hear, in your opinion, what's the difference between a beta and an alpha?
Okay,
You as a woman.
No interrupting.
I would like to say first.
Let me just
of
interrupt
all-
real quick. Focus up.
I feel like the only people who care about beta versus alpha are other men. Straight up.
Okay.
Like, of course, some women might care, you know, but like you, what you said, we're speaking in general terms.
Yeah.
You know, everyone's different. Everyone has their preference and their own type of, like, you know, their own interest in people.
No niche.
But like, personally speaking, you know, I don't care whether you're beta or alpha, as long as you meet like my standards. Like, I'm fine with that.
And let me counter it with this: a man can meet your standards in some aspects, but there are others that if he's not adequate, like, even if you see all these good qualities in him, then subconsciously, not even consciously, subconsciously, you'll just toss him aside. What I mean by that is, like, yeah, he could have a nice job, nice car, he's kind. He's not nice, he's kind,
Okay.
right? He's kind. He has a good moral compass, or like at least your values align, things of that nature. But let's say that something happens, right? A confrontation happens. You're out with your man.
Yeah, I'm happy
right?
you got to that.
A confrontation happens, right? And you're not gonna. I believe in most instances, even though the female partner would want her man and her to together escape that confrontation or whatever, subconsciously she's gonna want him to step up, right? And if she sees him, you know, in a vulnerable position, that's gonna effectively change her perception of him.
That's facts.
I will say
That's
this.
100%.
I will say this: the best way that I can see it, difference between a beta and an alpha, is if you're going to a gas station and it's your lady's car, a beta is going to let her pump the gas, and alpha is going to pump the gas for her. That's how I
Yeah.
look at it. That's
Yeah,
the best
I
way I
mean,
could put it.
I think like what and you know, I don't really buy into like the whole alpha beta shit, whatever. I just think it comes down to the person. But if we're gonna speak on that terms, the alpha accommodates the woman and the beta submits to the woman.
Facts.
Oh man,
I like
facts,
that.
man. Hey, comments.
I actually kind of like that.
Yeah.
Brianna Lucero says Ben been through the ringer.
Yeah, you know,
Don't
it's
get me
pain
wrong.
in these eyes.
Some girls like betas though.
Yeah, because
No,
they can control them.
Yeah, they like bossing them around.
Yeah,
like,
man.
My whole
that's
thing
like
is,
a-
I think shorties
are the
hook
girls
up,
who go to
shorties hook up
CrossFit.
with the alphas, but then they really want to be long term
Yeah.
with just
with
the
the
dude.
beta, with the dude with
she
the
can
fuck-
whip him.
yeah, with the guy that fucking wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, mowing his fucking lawn, waving at his neighbors and shit, dude.
Yeah,
That guy, the guy that wears the fucking jorts with the socks and sandals, got his fucking
Wears
the
Crocs.
Jordache.
got his plus
Wears
12
the
prescription
Crocs.
glasses.
You wearing Crocs?
No, I'm not wearing.
I feel like you have someone in mind. You're very
I'm just thinking of like a
specific.
suburban dad.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Final thoughts.
I believe that when it comes down to it, women want the proper mix, right? So someone that you know, that can show, you know, the side that others would consider beta, but also be able to back it up. Again, like I said, accommodate your partner. Do not submit to her, right? And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, like disrespect her or shit like that. I mean, fucking treat her like a human being and treat her like your
So
partner.
you never submitted to
Hey,
a chick.
pause real quick.
No,
I gotta read this comment.
Yeah.
Now you got fans. Ian says, "What's the chick's name? She hella fine." Hey, bro, don't be out here thirsty, man.
Hey,
Come on
bro,
now.
drink some water, bro.
Come on, man.
Stay
Get
out
get
your
fresh.
Anyways,
So yeah,
what were you saying about?
so when you said have I ever submitted to a woman? Yes, I actually have. And those were the darker days of my youth, because I used to believe that, oh, if you're nice to girls, then you know they're gonna like you. No, You
That
don't be,
is complete utter
don't be
bullshit.
nice. Be kind. There's a difference between being
I
nice
don't
and
even say
being
be
kind.
kind.
No, I just
Fuck
again
no.
be accommodating, bro. Just be a man. But then people say, oh, toxic masculinity. That doesn't mean like you go around and refusing to show emotion and just like trying to like macho your
Nah,
way
you can
into
be
shit like
cold.
that. No, I mean you can
Cold
be
and calculated.
You can be
That's
cold
what it
and
is.
calculated, but it has to be within reason, right? Nobody likes some guy that like, oh, he just shuts down for no reason.
Yeah, he's just
and then
a
you
dick
can't
to
like,
be a dick.
exactly,
I
right?
understand what you're saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
nobody likes a person who shuts down for no
Exactly.
reason.
Exactly,
It
right?
all comes down to. I mean, what you're saying is right.
Yeah.
You
Thank
have
you.
to be careful who you're talking to.
Yeah.
Women and specifically, you have to be careful if like if they're cold
Yo,
and
don't take this the
calculated.
wrong way, my nigga. But Brick, you gonna be by yourself for a long time, dog.
Damn, Ian. Hey, Ian shooting a shot. Baby, let me get your snap.
Bro,
You the girl of my dreams.
get this man out of here. Get this man out of here. Bro, she's
Hey, my
You're
man.
lighting up the comments,
Yeah,
yo.
My man,
This
you
man
need some
outta here.
water, bro. You need some Gatorade.
yeah, this bro need to refuel.
Quench your thirst,
No,
dog.
tell him, talk to him, Nat. Talk to him. Tell him.
Let him know.
Tell
She
him
said,
to
nah,
get him out of
fam.
the chat. Get him out of the chat.
She said, nah, bruv.
Well,
Final thoughts on it, dog.
oh,
Hey,
but yeah, just bro, be cool. Be cool, man. Be
Don't
cool.
hog the mic.
he ain't hugging the mic, let the boy speak. Nah, but the whole beta and alpha shit, man. I mean, I just don't
That's
get
that
it,
Sigma
dog.
shit. That's
Nigga,
that Sigma shit.
for a nigga who says you're not into that shit, I
Yes,
ain't
that
shaking your
Sigma
hand
sh-
on that shit, man. Because you
Yeah,
the
that's
fuck
that-
is
What's that? What do we
that's
say?
that
Sigma.
shit.
nigga,
I don't believe in all that. Either
no,
look, when it
I
comes
believe
down
yo,
to
you
it,
got made men
you
and
got
you got bitch men.
at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Like, that's it.
exactly,
Made
exactly.
men, bitch
Listen,
made
you got
men.
dudes that win and you got dudes that lose.
Facts.
True.
For there to be a winner, there got to be a
They
loser.
gotta be a loser.
A beta is a dude who'll call it quits. An alpha is a man who's willing to break his spirit, break his body to get the
Yo,
fucking
pause
job done.
real quick. Golden stand. Final thoughts. Always choose yourself. Stay up, Kings. Hey, let's go,
Yeah,
man.
let's go.
All
City
right,
boy.
I like that one.
Him,
City boy.
her,
Matt, what you got on it?
bodies.
We love
Bodies.
self-love.
You love tough love?
No, we love self-love.
No, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
What is
women
that?
love
That was
self-love.
that was like for the comment. Like we love self-love.
What?
Who? When? And how?
which comment?
Oh,
Final
stay up,
thoughts?
Kings.
Oh,
Stay
yeah,
up, Kings.
stay
Okay,
up.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
No,
All right.
but I mean, you
No,
guys spoke truth.
I'm done. I'm done. Yeah.
You
So
done?
if you had to choose beta or alpha,
I'm not choosing. Like I said, as long as you meet my standards, I'm fine with it.
Bet.
okay.
Because you like I don't care if you're a beta who has alpha qualities or you're an alpha who has beta qualities. As long as, like you said, an equal mix and you meet my standards, I'm cool
Yo,
with
these
it.
trolls, Mr. Horny Guy says I'm in love. Yo, Nat, you're a hit today.
All right, yo, nigga, say something, dog.
Hey.
No.
Yeah.
I
Shame
don't
with it, shame
I don't
with it.
You know what?
entertain men.
You got.
Excuse me.
Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski.
No shade, no
Oh,
shade. There's
wow.
no shade.
Bro.
It's
bro.
just
Don't, only betas will take it as shade. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys, next topic. Hey, for those of you viewing, if you guys want to come on camera, talk your trash, you're more than welcome to.
Come on with it.
So we're gonna go into the next topic. How to tell when you're delusional. A self-reflection analysis. Ben, I think you brought this up.
That was my topic.
Talk to him, young buck.
So, what the reason why I decided to choose that as a topic, because I believe that there's a lot of people, not most, but a lot, to where it's enough to like, it's a pattern that is beginning to recognize it, that people are refusing to recognize reality. And what I mean by that is recognize their own shortcomings and realize when there needs to be a change.
A nickel
in
looking for
yourself.
a fucking dime.
A nickel looking for a dime, right?
Fucking facts.
So you have to be able, because I think the issue with it is sometimes people say is like whenever someone criticizes them or like even like gives them constructive criticism, they'd be like, man, shut the fuck up, man, you're an op, right? Or they'd be like, oh, you're just a hater, right? Shit like that, you know, and instead of taking in what they're saying, like instead of hearing, you should
But
listen.
that's our
right?
entire generation. This generation
Well,
right
no,
now,
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't take any criticism.
And that's
We're entitled.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
want everything, but we don't want to put
But
in
you know
work
what
for
also
anything.
fucks up the situation a lot? A lot of motherfuckers can see that their nickel being like, yo, I'll just go under the knife. I'll just get
Yeah.
that taken care of. but you still have the person with that mentality, no matter how good
Exactly.
you look. You know what I'm saying? If you got the mind of a fucking slave, it don't matter how good you look. It don't matter because you're still gonna stay in the same fucking place.
And like even with guys, right? Like the fucking
Oh god.
the guys that you know they've been through the ringer, like Brianna said, you know, and they instead of looking within and deciding that they fundamentally have to change who they are as a person, they either do some crazy shit, like they get a new car or like they hit the gym and they get jacked, right? And they think
Yeah.
that because now they're looking good, you know, they're fucking fly or whatever the fuck, that's supposed to immediately like change the person's perception of them. And yeah, you'll get people in, but then what keeps them is
The person.
authenticity, right?
Yeah.
Consistency, right? And it's like what is people say like fake it till you make it. That's like
That's
like
like bullshit, bro.
that's okay in certain instances, but you can't fake your personality if you've been one way your entire life.
See,
right?
I have to disagree. I don't, and this is just me being 100. I don't think you should fake shit. And that's just how I came up, because the niggas who fake shit, to my viewers, maybe y'all could agree with this. The ones who fake shit, they're the ones who always put themselves in a bigger basket with problems.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you either come as you are or don't come at all. It doesn't matter. And I think, like, even when it just comes to men, I find men more irritable than women, because back in the day, we know girls love attention. If y'all didn't, y'all wouldn't do your nails, you wouldn't do your hair, you wouldn't do the things you do because you're trying to get attention. Now I feel like men are acting more like women. You know what I'm saying? I seen more freaking
Moody.
bro. I seen more 40-year-olds get their first tattoos, getting nose piercings and shit. I'm like, what the fuck you doing?
Oh, you know, I was talking to my buddy about that, talking about like enjoying your youth and shit like that, and just like, you know, essentially like wiling out in your youth because you don't want to get older, live with like regrets or like FOMO, fear of missing out, and then try to catch up when you're older and
Yeah.
you're no longer able to do that. Like you should be able to live within your means. I'm not saying you can't go out and party, right?
But let me touch on
You
something,
can't-
Jason. When
yeah.
you talked about fake it till you make it, what do you do on a job interview?
When I do
You're 100% faking it.
no, the fuck I ain't.
Yeah, you
in
are.
certain
You're-
instances, in
You're
certain
in a suit.
No,
Have
no,
you
no,
done?
no, no.
Have you done this job?
I
that
have
you're
not.
about-
I have
you
not gone to a
not.
job interview in a suit in
But let me
fucking
ask
years.
you something. Who are they going to hire? They're going to hire that guy
Okay.
that looks the part.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You're saying that on corporate level, nigga. You got to be in a suit and shit.
No, yeah, if we're,
me tell
if
you
we're
something.
talking about like filling in a role for something, right? But I mean like on the fundamental, on the personal level. Like imagine like
No, I get you. If you're
yeah.
not genuine, if you're not the genuine article,
Exactly,
you're going
right?
to get caught
You
out.
can't be like some fucker like me,
But to
who
some
grew-
degree, there is some sort of
no faking it, right? Until like you make the proper changes to then
Exactly,
fit into that
exactly.
role. So like you can't be some guy like me. I fucking grew up in the suburbs, all right? My parents didn't fucking let me hang out with the kids doing the hood rat shit that I love, all right? And you know, you see how I talk and how I carry myself. I'm more like a fucking alt white boy or whatever the fuck.
Well,
You know, I wouldn't be able to step into the hood.
what the
hood.
fuck is that supposed to mean?
You know what I mean when I say
nigga,
step
you
into the
can step
hood.
into the hood.
No,
dog.
I
Just
can't.
don't open your mouth,
Exactly.
dog, and you good.
I mean, I know what he means.
If you know me,
it's the same reason. Like my parents are Hispanic, but I was born here. I can't like my mom's from Mexico. I can't just go to Mexico and just fit in. Like,
You're
I'm one of
domesticated.
them.
You're American.
Because I
Yeah.
wasn't raised there.
right?
Even though I was exposed to the culture, it's not the same. So I see where Ben's coming from.
The only time I could say that I had to fake it was in church. Mama, I'm sorry. That is the only time I ever had to fake. How you doing? Oh, you know, everything's rough. Versus right out of church. Yo, what's up, my nigga? Yo, you ain't gonna
Poppin',
believe
dude.
this shit.
Yeah.
Pastor was
all
talking
the,
mad
all the
shit.
expletives came out.
You feel
Yeah.
me? So to me, it's like, yo, I get what you're saying with the, you know, you gotta fake it till you make it, but that's part of the problem. And one of the biggest problems now is people who do that give themselves a fucking platform.
No, man. The problem is everybody has a blue check and they think they have a podium to talk and spew whatever they want to spew.
So-
That's the problem.
and
we have to control that. But if you gotta fake it to some degree to get a job,
no, I mean you're
to
not
get
wrong.
into college,
You have to fit the role.
to get into your
Exactly.
relationship, you had to fake it a little
No, here's the thing.
You should never fake it till you make it
Bro,
in a
bit.
relationship.
70-30.
If you know me, if you know me, when Jason said like, "Oh, I can go somewhere, I have to shut my mouth." If you know me, I can't shut my mouth. All right, professional fucking shit talker. All right,
But there ain't nothing wrong with that.
No,
Stand your
you're
ground,
wrong.
nigga.
So-
Fuck them niggas, man.
so like my ex or whatever, she knew the kind of person that I was. She knew that I'm essentially like you know I'm essentially like an asshole, right? I just say what's on my mind. I calls it like I sees it, right? So my thing is, and people say like, oh, I don't want someone that doesn't want me, right? And then you would go, oh, but the person you want doesn't want you because you are the way you are. But it's like there has to be an equal kind of what's the word when it means like it's shared.
Neutral ground.
Mutual. There has to be like a mutual connection and things of that nature. So like with my girlfriend, she knew that I was like, as I am.
So who was delusional in the relationship?
My ex was delusional.
She was delusional.
She was delusional. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it like this. I'm from Kendall. I'm from the suburbs. A lot of people don't think I am, but motherfucker, I'm from the suburbs. Okay. I don't care how people see it. I don't care how people peep it. I really don't give a fuck. I'm sorry for not being sorry. Like straight up. I just
But
feel,
you know what? The way that you carry yourself is very intimidating.
How
So
the
it doesn't
fuck-
matter where you're from. Are you
Look at this
serious?
guy. Look at this guy.
Nah.
Don't give me that face, though.
Bro, and Jason, tell me.
Logic.
So,
Stop, because when we
Logic.
stop. Okay, so
Yeah.
everyone listening, Jason and I, we worked together, and when I first started working, everybody at the store, all my coworkers were like, "Oh, if you need any help, go to Jason. Like he got you. Like he's so great." Like they were talking you up. They were saying how great you were, and then when I, like talked to you and got to know you, I was so intimidated. I was like,
no, yeah, because Jason is literally
He's a teddy bear.
Nigga.
Bro, when you first meet him, he is literally the classic, just fucking loud black man on everything. Bro.
Yeah.
angry,
That loud, angry black man.
loud
But when you
black
get
man.
to know him, like
great.
you realize, like, oh, like he is kind. He's not nice. Jason's not nice.
Nah, he's nice.
Kind.
He's nice.
No, I mean he's nice, but he's not like, oh, I'm a nice guy. Yeah, he's kind, right?
I help those
he's
who need help.
respectful,
That's it.
right? He's a gentleman, right? He has very soft eyes.
All right, guys.
Can we switch seats, man?
No,
There's just
So-
you want to sit across from me so I can stare into your soft eyes?
No.
Oh wow.
See,
The bromance is
see,
real.
This that bullshit, dog. Yo, this that bullshit. Y'all, listen, I'm happy that y'all comfortable, but it ain't funny when two people play the same game on that shit. Y'all be saying some
Bro, it's a game of chicken, bro. It's
Nah,
who
don't play
taps
that-
out
don't play
first.
that game
Nah,
here.
bro, we're in
Yo,
the
we
new
gotta
generation.
get into the first video.
Who taps out first?
oh my god.
Yeah, you guys are crazy. All right, so we're gonna get into this next video. It's about it, you just guys. We'll watch it together and then we'll talk about
Warning,
it after.
warning.
Yeah,
Minor
It
there's
might,
a
it might
little
shake your
trigger warning.
feelings. Might shake your feelings.
Yeah, it's a little.
Oh, which one is it?
This one right here.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna start this one off when it's done.
Folks, my name is Miranda. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a licensed professional counselor and sex therapist in Erie, Pennsylvania. And today I want to talk about minor attracted persons.
She meant to say pedophilia, but they're trying to give it a different name. Pedophiles. We will not talk about them. Put them under the jail. Or publicly burn them.
All right, guys. So thoughts?
If I may.
Go right ahead.
Number one, I want to say this to my viewers, and I don't care if I offend you. Fuck your pronouns. If your mama named you, that's what the fuck I'm gonna call you. So fuck your pronouns.
You know,
Two,
someone actually.
Two, I don't like pedophiles. There's no
Ooh.
place for them at all. There's no place for them.
facts.
Honestly, the only place for them is the grave because children are innocent. And if I see some shit like that, I'm sorry. I'm willing to throw my life away if it means putting you in the dirt. And I'm very strict on that. Because what's going on right now, and people really need to understand this, we are in a society that is built on feelings, as Ben 10 has said before.
Society.
And when you in your feelings, one thing I learned growing up, feelings get you killed in life. Remember that. Feelings get you killed in life. And now because we're bent on feelings, our common sense is going out the window. You're telling me a man attracted to a minor is a sexual preference, then I'm going to question who you are and stand as a person. And it's not only men, it's women too. Understand that. It's
Yeah, they don't
both
talk
sexes.
about that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine, I remember I saw a TikTok and it truly disturbed me. It's little girl eating a hot dog, had over 400,000 saves. That tells you something. And really, we need to get out of our feelings and start coming back to common sense. Because if that shit happens, I don't care about, I will be as ignorant as I need to be to stop it. And I'm not the only one because I got nieces, I got nephews. You're out your fucking mind if I'm going to let an adult come towards them.
And you know what I oh, and by the way, this more on if you want like a more like broader kind of idea that's set in like a fantasy kind of setting, check out the book Brave New World. It kind of like touches on stuff like that. It's actually pretty crazy. It's a really good read. So I personally believe that the issue that's making it more prevalent and making people more comfortable to talk about minor attracted persons would be the sexualization of children in media.
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a serious problem. I think that kids should be allowed to be kids and that they shouldn't need to know about what their jiggly bits do.
Catch me outside. How about now?
Or at least the purpose for them outside of using the bathroom. Another thing that I believe, and I don't care what your opinion is on this, I believe that children should not wear makeup. I'm going to say this again. Children should not wear makeup. Children should dress conservatively. Now, it depends on the setting. They're at the beach, whatever, put them in a onesie. They're fucking, if it's hot outside, sure, fucking give them like the shorts or whatever and the tank top and what have you.
If I may, to tackle down on that, I kind of agree and I kind of disagree because I feel like if it's a girl, at what point do you transition them and teach them how to take care of themselves? I honestly think it should be in the teenage area.
Yeah, when they start developing, when they start actually becoming a woman,
you have to have the talk with them.
Exactly.
Do you remember that show, Honey Boo Boo?
Yes.
I think all those fucking parents should be locked up in jail.
Yeah, pageantry, fucking drag shows or whatever. Like, and I know you guys, the viewers, have heard about this. I know you guys are like they want children to go to drag shows. There's a show on Discovery Channel, I don't think if it's still up, whatever, where it focuses on children in drag. And on top of that, they're also like trans or whatever the flip. And the thing with
psychologically, that is not healthy.
It's not healthy.
Listen.
It is not healthy for children to be sexualized, for them to be seen, to see themselves as sexual objects. Exactly.
Allow me to say this before y'all that are watching show getting your feelings. We're not against transgender. We're not against gays or lesbians.
No. My best friend's a lesbian.
Is individuals going after children.
Yes.
Because a child should get to be a child. There's no reason why we should face them with our situation and our reality. That's what makes children innocent. The fact that they don't know no better. Let them enjoy their childhood. Because the moment you're trying to enforce that, you're stripping them of their innocence.
And when you try to, sway a child's mind in a direction that they aren't necessarily ready for, that fucking makes you a loomer, all right? Replace the L with the G. I don't think we're allowed to say that on YouTube anymore, but you're essentially a fucking loomer if you're going to sit there and tell a kid that, yeah, you should explore your sexuality.
No.
If you feel like a certain type of way, then you should explore that. No. And I think the issue is as well is that there is going to be less and less of a separation of parenting and the school system, right?
Yeah.
Because what's happening is that children are being separated from their parents, and they're leaving the rearing up to these teachers who, I won't say for the most part, because when I was in high school and middle school, what have you, my teachers were great, right? We didn't talk about their personal lives. They fucking stayed on the lesson plan, and if they had a funny story to tell, they'd fucking tell us, right?
Yeah.
But some of these teachers, they just aren't fit to be teaching children. They are not fit to be speaking to kids, right? And then people say like, oh, like, yeah, if you're a homosexual, if you're gay or whatever, I don't mean to like diminish it or minimize it like that, but if you're gay or anything and you talk about your relationship, right? People don't want teachers talking to students about their relationships, and I believe in that for both sides, whether you're gay, other sex, or straight. Don't fucking talk about your relationships, because like again, that's privacy. That's man. Privacy. That's then like putting
it breaks down the boundary.
Exactly.
There's supposed to be a boundary with teachers and
it's
students.
Supposed to be professional.
Like I'll be real with you. That's up to the parents, bro. Especially just like religion's up to the parents. When you get to a certain age, you can decide on your own. Everybody has that freedom, right? But it also comes down to look at what they're marketing. It's in hip hop. It's in pop music. It's in with the actors. It's in the athletes. They honestly advocate this shit like it's normal. Where now there's always going to be a part of the world that raises your child.
Hey, pause real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Nat, your fan club wants to hear from you. They want to hear your thoughts.
Honestly, I don't know about you guys, but as a kid, there were shows and movies and just conversations that I would overhear from adults that I wouldn't necessarily understand. That looking back on it now, it would like I could like you can obviously see it a different way.
Yeah.
like when you see kid shows as an adult now, you look back on it and you're like, wow, there's so many dirty jokes in here.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
SquarePants.
Yes, exactly.
SpongeBob
I grew up
SquarePants.
watching SpongeBob and I loved
SpongeBob,
it.
Yeah.
And obviously we're kids, so innocent. I didn't think much of it.
Did
No,
you see the
but-
part when he's holding SpongeBob's dick? Did y'all see that shit?
What?
What?
So, yo, I kid you not. SpongeBob is buried in the sand, and you know he has that.
That was
nose,
his
right?
nose,
That
bro.
was his
That's
nose.
Relax.
Oh, I,
Oh, okay.
I wish.
I remember the scene.
You
I,
jump-
I remember
I,
the scene,
I,
and
I'm a
he grabs
SpongeBob
his nose
He
and
grabs him
connoisseur.
upside down, and
Yeah.
he's upside down. His nose is out.
And
So what the fuck
he's-
is he holding?
he's hanging
Yeah,
like
but
this. Yeah.
You're jumping to conclusions
But
there.
here's another thing. What
Mhm.
with the shows when we were kids, the reason why they were great for children
Ren
and,
and Stimpy.
and adults to it. Ren and Stimpy,
Rocco's
that-
Modern Life.
Rocco's Modern Life. He was a sex phone guy.
Yeah.
He was a phone sex guy.
Rocco.
So with SpongeBob and the other shows like The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Invader Zim,
Yo,
stuff like that. So the reason why they were adults and children were able to enjoy those shows because it had like the zany cartoon like nonsense or whatever, and through clever dialogue, right, and set pieces.
It was very subtle.
Exactly, it was very subtle. So as a
Mhm.
kid, you didn't understand it, but it was still funny, but the parents were able to enjoy it as well.
Mhm.
So, and I think that boundary is being broken down, right, in modern television. Like I remember there's this a show on Disney Junior or whatever the flip called Muppet Babies or whatever. And if you guys remember
don't
Gonzo,
destroy. Don't
no, hey, I'm
destroy
sorry,
my-
brother.
Don't do
you
that.
remember, do you guys remember Gonzo, the one
Yeah,
with
I
like the
remember,
curly nose
yeah.
or whatever? Gonzo,
Squidward.
Gonzo is transgender in the Muppet
When?
Babies
When?
they fucking aired the episode. So the
That
episode,
wasn't like that when we were
Nah,
growing
when
up.
I was growing up,
so
boy,
the
listen here.
episode was like they were dressing up fancy for a ball or whatever, and they wanted the men to dress a certain way, and they wanted the women. Fancy gown. He loses. They lose their sandal. Gonzo loses Gonzo's sandal or flipper or whatever, slipper. And then they're searching for whoever it fits. And fucking Gonzo comes clean. He's like, yeah, I was the beautiful woman in the dress or whatever. And they're like, oh, we accept you, Gonzo, this, that, and the third, right? And that's fine to teach values of tolerance and things like that. But why to children?
Well, it's programming.
No,
Because the thing is, if you try really hard to look at it from a child's point of view, all the child is going to see is a character,
Yeah.
not the gender. Because obviously kids aren't developed to understand the things that we understand.
Yeah.
So all they're going to see is the character named Gonzo. They're
Yeah.
not going
I
to,
think-
analyze it any other way.
I think the argument is going to come down to this, right? And this is me hearing from my friends who are gay. You don't choose to be gay. You're just either straight or you're gay
Yeah, you
or
just are.
transgender, right? That's just how you are. I think it comes into the trauma that they went through expressing themselves growing up, why they feel they have to go and show these children that.
Yeah.
But the reality is that's the wrong way to go about it because all you're doing is confusing. Like, there's no reason a second grader should decide that he wants to cut off his penis and have a vagina.
start taking hormone blockers and things of that nature.
like to me, that's child abuse
no,
because
it really is.
a second grader doesn't even know what the fuck they want to eat. Never mind what sex they want to be.
Yeah,
and the fact that you're like, oh, you're so brave. I'm like,
Oh, we got a question for Ben.
Yeah.
Brianna asked, Ben, you were talking a lot about what not to show children, but how about all those Disney movies with the princess and prince kissing that is shown to kids?
So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna say right now, okay, that's not right either, right?
facts.
That's not right. I'm not gonna sit here and defend it, right? You're absolutely right. Children should not be shown things of that nature, right? It should just be a feel-good story and to
Mhm.
learn a moral along the way. And like those old Disney movies, they did have morals in them, right? And sprinkled in, like they put the romance for whatever reason because they want to give people the feel-good feeling of like, oh yeah, I beat the bad guy, I got the girl or I got the boy or whatever, and like everything
Like the Lion
is-
King.
yeah, the fairy tale
Simba got
ending,
out the
this,
friend
that, and
zone, my
third,
nigga.
right? So, and you're absolutely right. That's not right. That is not right. And I'm not going to sit here and defend it, right?
But
But the reality is, what is considered norm and what is not considered norm.
And it's not like you can't have representation, right? In a tasteful sense, right? I believe that if you're doing something for the sake of a political agenda, then you're already doing it wrong.
Facts.
So this would be the instance with like fucking the Buzz Lightyear movie, right?
Bro.
There was a scene in the movie of a same-sex couple like kissing or whatever the flip, right? And initially they had cut it out of the movie because it didn't add to the story and they needed to cut for runtime. And then I think because of the thing in Florida, people are labeling it the "Don't Say Gay" bill or whatever to prove a point. Disney, to prove a point, decided that they would add it back in, and surprise, surprise, the movie didn't do good overseas because there are a lot of countries that do not fuck with that.
That
right?
tells you a lot.
Like,
we're privileged here,
right? I mean, again, it's okay if you want to have a same-sex couple in a movie, go for it. But
Correct.
I believe that either it should add to the story, or it should be for whatever reason, right? Oh, she's having an argument with her partner or whatever, and that affects her performance and doing something later along the line, and then later in the movie they make up and it's all happy and junk, right? But if you're just doing it for like, hey, look at us,
Shut
we're
up.
tolerant, we support you guys,
I mean,
right?
Hey, we got a question.
It's empty.
Hold on.
Facts.
Morty, what's your opinion on leaving? At one point, it's not the fact, but in one hand, it doesn't correlate. I don't get your question, G.
So yeah,
I'll say this though. They had
Repeat
Brokeback
that
Mountain.
question.
we had Brokeback Mountain, bro.
That shit.
And people love that movie, bro. Like there have been plenty of same-sex couples
Mhm.
and past media and modern media that are done right. When you create a character whose personality is their sexuality, bad character.
Mm.
Fucking Will and Grace. People love that show,
Yeah.
dude.
We have a commercial
Yeah.
for the holidays
Yeah.
where she's like, "What can I get my wife?" And I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah,
This is
like,
what
oh,
we're
yeah.
doing. Like
Yeah,
at the
good.
end of the day, you can't. If you have a problem with people expressing themselves, that's one thing, bro. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
But it comes down to the core of family values. If the family's not comfortable with it, you don't get to do the parent's job.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, from preschool all the way to high school, we're taught by our parents, learn by their grounds and their morals. It's not until high school where the world really starts raising you. Then you go off into college. Then you start seeing things for your own eyes, and you have
Exactly.
to debate. But the problem is, man, we have manifested it all into our feelings. Oh, everybody has to be included. Motherfucker, we don't even like PDA, public display of affection.
Yeah,
is
dude,
mad
not
weird.
even, bro. Literally.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, I get there needs to be awareness, but on an adult level, not on a child's level. Because yes, unfortunately, people of that community do get attacked, do
Yeah,
get
they-
harassed,
unfortunately.
do get basically
Yeah.
treated bad.
I also
but-
feel like it has to be subtle too, because okay, if you think about it, like all throughout history,
Mhm.
you have your typical, man, woman, family. In the 1900s, you have your man, woman, 2 kids. That was
Yeah.
like the ideal
the
perfect
nuclear
family.
family.
Yeah.
Nuclear.
And it was just people were just so used to it,
Yeah.
seeing it, that when they would see something different, it would just
It's
throw
like an
them
attack
off.
to their traditional values.
Yeah. So when you want to introduce something new, and this just goes to like anything in general, you have to introduce it like slowly.
Yeah, with taste.
Let me
Incrementally.
subtly.
Yeah.
allow me
But
to say
now
this.
we're past.
But now it's
But
all about
it-
in your
we're past
face.
all of that.
Yeah,
We're-
It gets
it's out in the
deeper
open.
than that, man. Because you know what, man, I'm not trying to put my family's business out there. Y'all know my situation with my siblings, right? I think it's
So typically, when you start with something, you're gonna really just put everybody out.
well, I ain't saying no names, but I honestly think the biggest thing about this community is ignorance and fear.
Yeah,
Those two things are
community?
the cancer.
What community?
our community, the
Our
one that we
community.
exist in.
Okay.
The
this
one that
generation,
is
yeah.
considered the right way. Listen, bro,
Okay.
at the end of the day, and I think I speak for gay people when I say this, it's not about right and wrong. It's about love, my G. They're with that person because they love them. You're not with the person because you're looking for an image. You're with that person because you love them. That's what we're built on. That's what we're here to do is love each other. Now, it may not be the way you love. It may not be the way you love or I love, but it's the way they love. And we got to respect that shit.
But
Me, I stand firm with that. The only thing I am against, though, when it comes to that, is the children. Let children grow up to who they want to be.
because the
Don't
thing
enforce on that.
because the thing is, when a child is curious enough, they're gonna go in the direction that they're meant to go
Facts.
anyway. So
They're
I
gonna
don't
ask too.
exactly. So I don't believe, me personally, I don't believe that it's okay to throw children into the deep end. When I was in high school, I was the co-president of my GSA in high school. That's the Gay Straight Alliance, right?
Nigga, you's a general.
That's
my man.
Sersky. That's Sersky.
All right.
No, because I I believe in tolerance. I believe in giving people fair treatment. Now, that doesn't mean
He's
that,
gonna be a politician.
I don't think that just because you wear a certain moniker or you have a certain title, that entitles you to fair treatment.
Facts.
When I say that, I mean I because I think the issue is, right, sometimes that there are people who believe this, that just because someone is gay or because they are gay or someone's black or a POC or whatever, that they need to be elevated, or like they're like, we need to listen to this person because they belong to this demographic. No,
We need to respect them, bro.
we respect them, yes, but if they're fucking talking bullshit, toss
They
them
don't-
off to the side.
Well, you know what? I'm happy that you bring that out, yo, because I had a coworker. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm cool with them. I don't care, yo. Whatever your preference is, your preference. But how far is too far? You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about personality and behavior. It's
Yeah.
based on your character, not your sexuality. If your
Mhm.
character shit, then you are shit. What's on the
Bet.
next, man?
Next topic. Hey, shout out to my Dominicans.
Oh shit.
I hope all y'all are here. I need some questions.
Oh yeah, plátanos. You better pay attention because this has been a fight
¿Qué
my whole
tal?
life. My whole life I've been fighting this
All right,
shit.
guys, we got this little video we got to talk about.
Looking like Oprah Winfrey.
All right, guys, let's get into it.
Adios, mijo.
Dominican moms
Muñeca
be like,
linda.
No, no.
Las dos muñecas
No,
lindas de
yo no puedo
Ori.
buscar las que están allí.
¿Y cuáles que están allí?
Las que yo tengo allí guardadas.
¿Y cuáles son esas? Estas son las de ella,
Espérate, yo le voy a
que se
buscar.
parecen a ella.
Mire,
This is the doll that I got her.
Dominican
Esta
moms
muñeca
be like,
linda.
No, no.
Las dos muñecas
No,
lindas
yo
de
no puedo
Ori.
buscar las que están allí.
¿Y cuáles que están
Las que
allí?
yo tengo allí guardadas.
¿Y cuáles son esas? Estas son las de ella,
Espérate, yo le voy a
que se
buscar.
parecen a ella.
Mire,
This is the doll that I got her.
mira la cara, mira cómo ella los cachetes, mira.
Ella no le gusta esa muñeca. No le gusta. No le gusta.
Ella sí le gusta.
Ten, Ori. Ori, ten. Ori. Ori. Ori, ten. Ori, your dolly.
Mira la misma cara tuya,
All right.
mira los cachetes, mira.
All right, let me. Can I start this off?
Esta la-
Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the
Can I
point.
start this off?
Yo.
First and foremost, love the tone of your skin. All right, people. Love yourself. Love your.
Then why'd you get tattoos? My mama said, love thy flesh, not
No,
hate it.
yo, I love my flesh, and I am an artist, so I believe that my body is a canvas, and I'll turn it into whatever piece fits me.
Good answer.
Yeah. So first, love your skin tone. I remember in middle school and high school, I'd always get roasted for being as dark as I am. Right. My nickname, because I have a little like birthmark right here on the side of my face, little that's darker than the
The one
rest
that
of my
looks like
skin.
a teardrop.
That looks like a
Been in
teardrop.
prison.
Yeah. So they used to call me Sunspot in high school. Yeah, because
You let niggas call you sunspot in high school, my nigga?
yeah, it was ruthless, bro. Kids are mean.
Should have slammed their head into the concrete.
Anyway, so like for a while I used to be down. Like I remember once overhearing a conversation between two girls. One of the girls was a girl that I had a crush on, huge crush on.
Mhm.
And I remember they were talking about me and how I looked, if I was cute or whatever. And then I heard the girl that I had a crush on. She said, "Oh yeah, he's cute, but he's too dark."
Damn.
It's real
Hey,
out
bro,
there,
nah,
though.
it's
It's real,
real,
bro.
brother.
It's real,
It's real.
It's real as
It's real.
fuck.
So
Oh, hey, y'all ever get the? Oh, you're cute for a black guy.
yeah. Right? So
you never
like,
got that? You got that, bro.
It's
Don't
I ain't
even
gonna
play.
front. This
It's
shit
little-
that made me cry, man.
Like, wait, I can't just be cute just to be
Yeah.
cute.
so it's little things like that that really chip away at your perception of yourself.
Mhm.
And that affect you over time. So what I was noticing in this video was that possibly the grandmother or whoever that matriarch is, she doesn't want the child playing with the darker tone doll. She was trying to get her to like the white doll. So
You know why, right?
because it's perceived that to be melanated is not attractive. Oh, you don't think so?
No. I actually
Lay it on me.
being that we're Haitian, right?
Yeah.
And Dominicans, there's actually a lot of turmoil between the two.
Let me pause that real
And-
quick. Hey, Mr. Horny, you're going in timeout for a little bit, bro. You need to chill out.
Fuck you do.
Nah, he just acting reckless. He trolling in the chat and stuff.
All right.
But you on timeout, fam.
So check it out. I have a lot of friends who are Dominican. I'm Haitian, so Haitian Dominicans. What you saw right there is not that lady's fault. It's not. That shit is institutionalized. It is taught It's even taught in Haiti. My mom reminded me, because I dealt with racism on a level you guys would think I'm crazy about. You know what I'm saying? In DR, they consider themselves mulatto. There's even communities who accept their Afro-Latino and they're banished out. And the reason being that it's Western civilization that has influenced that type of behavior, and especially in Jamaica, they'll bleach their skin.
Mhm.
In Haiti, you know what I'm saying? The lighter you are, the more successful you might be.
Look at Sammy Sosa.
Sammy Sosa. It's a self-hatred that's been institutionalized, and it's truly something that's remarkable and sad at the same time. It's remarkable because this is a woman, you see that she's elderly, who grew up in a system
Idolizing the white woman.
idolizing whiteness.
Wow.
And being even being Haitian, we're the first independent Black country. We're the reason that led Nat Turner to do the revolt. Cuba was supposed to be next, but the United States imported Europeans to Cuba. That's why you have white Cubans and Black Cubans to this day,
And
with eyes like yours.
Yeah, crazy thing. Even in countries where the majority populace were originally like darker tone, like Colombia. There used to be a majority Black Colombians.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're like, yo, Black is whack. So they bred the Black out.
Yeah.
So that's why most Colombians are fucking white as snow.
Well, you have
So
Brazil.
Nat, since you're the lightest skinned person,
You're a
on
white
the
girl,
table,
woman.
so-
What's up?
So talk to us. What are
You
your
like
thoughts
Black
on
people or what?
when you see stuff like this? When you see stuff like this, what do you think?
It honestly, it really does break my heart because like my mom, she's Mexican, so
Mhm.
she's a lot darker in skin tone, and my dad, he's a white Cuban. And my mom tells me stories all the time when she's at work. A lot of people are racist towards her, telling
Yeah,
her to go back
of
to her
course.
country and to speak English, even though she does speak English even with an accent. And I have friends who are Afro-Latino or like just of every skin color. You see that here in Miami. It hurts coming from the other side because you see the people you care about being oppressed and discriminated against.
Well,
yeah, and it's unfortunate. Sometimes it's not even like immediately recognized, right? Sometimes it's just something that you're used to.
I'll tell you right now, I didn't know I was Black till I entered the first grade. Straight the fuck up.
Because you're a kid, you're innocent. You don't know any better until
and
it's
this to show you
made a
how
parent
bad
to you.
it is.
Yeah.
She's probably burning in hell right now unless she repent her sins. Her name was Miss Gotti. There's another Black girl, man, and she kept it segregated. This woman hated me so bad that she put me in learning disability classes.
Wow.
No way.
Like my mom, and I don't blame my mom because at that time you have to understand Miami still to this day in certain places is racist as fuck. If I go to Hialeah right now, it's a problem.
I'm not gonna lie, there are some Hispanics who
They just don't fuck
are
with the
racist.
darkies.
So
I
like
don't know why.
So we got a comment. Welly
Yeah.
says both my parents are Dominican and my grandparents on my mom's side didn't like my dad at some point and were against them being together because he was darker skinned.
Yeah.
Where does this all come from? Where do you guys think this comes from?
Bro, it comes
it's
from
from-
the white savior mentality.
Western civilization, brother.
Yeah.
Cause like, yo, I ain't going front, bro. I didn't understand why my mom would grab my hand tight walking through Navarro. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at you.
The pharmacy?
And the sad part is, like, yo, even in high school, I don't have chicks that fucked with me. I just wanted to see if it was true. Fuck you mean? I honestly thought you liked me.
You know, on that note,
And it
this happened to me. This is what made me truly realize that being the skin tone I am really is a problem for some people. One of my exes, she was like white as snow, blonde hair, green eyes, just like the image of a white girl, right? But the
Yeah.
crazy thing is she was South African.
Holy
Right?
shit.
Isn't
Yo,
that wild?
yeah,
but there's a
South
lot of
Africa.
racism
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
dog. I
Right?
met a white chick from South Africa, dog. She was,
Yeah.
boy,
Don't
I
judge a
mean,
book by its cover.
So we're out in Miami, right? We're by the beach. We're like near a dock or whatever. And she wasn't feeling well. She just like, she was faint or whatever. So she was like leaned up against the wall, propped up against the wall. And me being the boyfriend, I am like, hey, is everything all right? Everything good with you? I remember I propped my arm up against her, right? Because either like she was just like overwhelmed or whatever. So I was kind of like shielding her from like public or whatever. I remember some old lady, right, of the fair skin, old Caucasian lady, walks up, right?
What are you doing to her?
Right. Yeah. She walks directly past me, not even looking at me. And she looks straight to my girlfriend. She's like, "Are you okay? Are you all right? Do you need help?" And I'm confused. I'm like, "Bitch, you don't see me with her." All right. And then
But we do the same thing, as fucked up as it is.
no, yeah, a little, right?
That's
A little,
fucked up
right?
as it
Exactly.
is.
So it's like, and then later on in the day, it clicked. I was like, "Yo, I get it. Look at me. I'm like, these stage lights are doing wonders for my skin, but on a regular basis, shout out to Bow Studios. On a regular basis, I'm dark as fuck.
I just
Alright.
wish she kept that same energy with a white guy as well.
Right?
Because if you take
They're the ones doing
no, because if you take skin tone out of it, if
Character.
I see a guy,
Content of the character.
regardless of skin tone,
Yeah.
put like just all like a dominant stance to
Yeah.
a woman, and I see that she's uncomfortable, I'm gonna step in.
Let me ask you
Yeah,
this.
right? So like, I
Let me
guess
ask you this: when you first met Logic, if he was white, would he be less intimidating?
I don't know. I can't picture him white.
I'm happy you said that. Yo, thank you. I can't picture me being white. But you know
I
what's
can't see it.
crazy?
I'm just
I
saying.
can honestly say I never have wished to be another ethnic group. I love being black, bro. I hear people like, yo, I wish I know what it was like to be black for a day. I'm like, motherfucker, do you really want that?
like, bro,
Do you know-
honestly,
Let me just say it like this. And it's not to victimize myself. Every day I wake up, I gotta worry about getting pulled over by dirty ass cop. I gotta worry about my own kind trying to press me. I gotta worry about a stranger who grew some balls and tries to oppose me just based off my skin color. One of the biggest problems that we have in my community is trauma, and we don't talk to nobody about it. Because what my mother endured in front of me, yo, I seen cops threaten to shoot her in the head off a traffic stop. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know why the police treat me a certain way versus my friends down the block, or why they wouldn't believe I'm from Kendall. Now, you ain't from Kendall, you from the hood. Where you from? I'm like, nah, man, I'm from Kendall. Here's my driver's license. How long you lived here? Now, here's where I'm gonna break it off. Now it's getting better, but it's also getting worse. And the reason it's getting better because we acknowledge what it comes down to, and it's really coming down to character, but it's getting worse because unfortunately we've been monetized and traumatized because of what our peers went through. You get what I'm saying? So there's like, my mother's always told me to love, let it go. They don't know what they're doing. It's been taught, right? Then you have other individuals, yo, that's your enemy. You got to fight them. You got to take them out. Yo, what is it? Eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
yeah.
Oh, we
You
got a
know what I'm
comment from Welly. If Logic was white, he would be pissed that he can't say the N-word. And he would try to get the N-word passed from his black friend.
No, on the topic of
That's
that,
funny.
Ian wants to know, can white people say the N-word?
white people can absolutely say the N word.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
wait,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
listen,
whoa,
listen,
listen,
hold on,
hold on, listen to what you have to
Mute-
say, but
whoa,
understand,
Mute his
understand,
mic.
you might act, yo, you better answer that carefully, dog, because
Yo,
I
hey,
ain't
yo.
gonna be responsible for
Exactly.
somebody getting
I'm white and I
yo.
disagree.
Hey, yo, check this out. And you know
We'll
what?
we'll get to you now, but
and-
Ben, you need to
Explain
tell
that
that.
shit.
Yeah, you
check,
need-
check
you
this
need
out. Check this out. The
explain
reason
yourself.
why there are
Explain
white
that shit.
people, such as Natalie, that don't feel comfortable saying nigga. And I'm talking about nigga, not the hard ER. People don't feel comfortable saying nigga because they would say like, well, it's not your place, right? It's not your word, things of that nature, right? And they have the fear that, oh, they might say nigga around the wrong person. They're like, you can't say that word. You're appropriating. That belongs to black people, right? Not cool. Why? Because the word nigga, the word nigga has transcended race.
What?
Bruh,
Listen,
bruh.
listen.
bruh.
This is what I mean.
Yo,
The
Ben,
word.
Ben,
Whoa,
Ben,
hold up. Can I
sorry,
finish?
fam.
Can I finish though? Can I finish
I'm
though?
gonna give you a yellow card right here, right now. You
All
get
right,
the yellow card.
yellow card.
Go
Hopefully, I
ahead.
don't get kicked out of the game. Hopefully, I don't get kicked out of the game.
You're gonna get a
All right,
yellow card.
Check this out. It has transcended race, right? And it has bled into culture, right? Because there are certain. Tell me now, there are certain people who aren't dark like me, that aren't dark like Break, that aren't fucking dark like.
I'm dark.
You know what
No,
I
I'm
mean.
I'm playing, guys.
That aren't
Bitch, you
dark.
ain't Chris Brown.
that aren't dark like Logic, right? You know, that are fair skinned like Natalie, and they carry themselves
Nah,
a
man.
certain way. They hang around a certain crowd. They grew up a certain way. To when they say nigga, you don't like think twice about it, right? Because that's the environment that they grew up in. I believe that sometimes people are a product of their environment.
But do you
Right,
mean
I
like
get-
do you mean like a universal term like
Yeah,
bitch?
like
No.
no,
like
no,
when
yes,
you use the word
that's what I mean it as, like, right?
oh, I
Like,
don't know.
I mean, nigga, like you're speaking to one of your boys, like,
Listen.
hey, nigga, what you mean?
Listen.
Like, nigga, please.
I
Shit
think
like
it's because
that,
we're in
right?
Miami
'Cause
though.
we're in
Yes,
Miami. No,
because
you're
we're
right.
Miami.
You're right.
Because
And Miami is all I know. I know, like in the Midwest.
No.
Right? Listen. I know in the Midwest, on the West Coast, fucking people, fair skinned people aren't gonna be fucking saying nigga, throwing it around like it's fucking candy, right? I get that. I understand that. But I believe, and this is me personally, because I'm a
Mhm.
personal shit talker, shit like that. I believe that it's either all or none, right? Either
Yeah.
all words are okay or no words
Hey,
are okay.
listen, Tobias has something. Tobias
Oh,
Abreu
shit.
has a good point. People in Miami use it like that. They do.
No,
Listen,
they use it like
Chico's
they
use it
use
too.
nigga like bro.
allow me to say
Yeah.
this, right? A lot of my homies, some of my coworkers, I let them say it because I understand
That
my
they're not using
relationship
it,
with
yeah.
them. They're not using it in a derogatory meaning towards me, right? But you have to understand, dog, that's Miami. Outside of Miami,
Oh yeah, you're right.
you will get, it's okay, your mom's Mexican,
You'll
right?
get dusted. Yeah.
All right. There's
Yeah.
a lot of in Cali, there's a lot of racial tension between brown and black. Still to this day, they don't fuck with us, we don't fuck with them. And unfortunately, it's been like that for the longest. We're talking like since 1920s type shit, Zoots era. You get what I'm saying? So, do I have a problem with white people saying it? Yes and no. I have a problem with white people saying it who don't come from my culture.
Good comment.
That's what I'm saying.
Pause
man.
real quick. JC
It's-
says culture use. That's what he's calling it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I still think there's a problem, whether it's the culture or not, to use it.
Okay, let me
bro,
ask you
but
this.
if you grew up,
You never fucked the chick. She's like, come on, fuck me hard, nigga. Fuck me hard, nigga.
no, but like I think
I've
in
never
that
had a
instance,
chick use the N-word on me.
I think in that I think
Never,
in that
bro.
instance,
You're bugging.
bro, if you're piping a white chick and she fucking says fuck me nigga, she's literally saying
Nah,
that.
bro.
No, she's literally saying
Not a
that.
Spanish chick,
She-
but
she's
same
literally,
thing.
she's literally
no
say-
offense.
she's literally saying that because she believes that because she fucking bagged herself a black man, that she has the right
Yeah.
to say it, right? But what I mean, again, as JC had stated, it's a cultural thing, right? If you grew up all your life, right, around people that are throwing it around, and you as a child decide you're gonna start using that, and no one's looking at you twice for it because, like, yeah, that's my boy, that's William, bro. He's chill, dog.
But they,
Right?
you know
Listen,
that.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, I
you
know
that,
right?
Like I tell all my people,
Listen.
you can say it whenever you want, but understand something.
That
You
there's-
say it around the wrong people, I'm still gonna stand toe to toe with
Listen,
you.
I'm gonna
but
say
we
this.
both getting whooped. You
Yeah.
understand?
No shorty has ever said that to me, nor will they ever will. You guys got to set your boundaries. How is a shorty saying that to you in the sheets?
Yeah, that sounds weird.
bro,
That's weird. Like in that,
It's weird.
how?
Like it
Give me
just
that
doesn't
D,
it
N-word.
doesn't roll off the tongue nicely.
Exactly,
It's
bro.
not
Come on,
honestly,
I'm
man.
not gonna
Bro,
say her,
look-
you know who it is.
No, I
bro,
don't.
Yeah,
bro,
you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you
saying
do.
nigga depends on cadence. All right, you can't be some guy. Oh yeah, I'm paying my taxes, nigga. Like you can't
No.
just throw it around. You literally, it has to slide out of your mouth.
The chick who
it's-
said
you
it
gotta
was
be
more hood
cool.
than me.
You gotta be cool
so
about it,
it's
bro.
like honestly,
Oh man, listen. Shout out Mr. What's It to ya, cold-blooded. No respectable black man is going to give a female the end pass. That's facts.
Big factuals,
That's
big
big
factuals,
facts.
no capsules. Big factuals, no capsules.
I disagree.
Big facts.
I disagree.
Hey guys,
I disagree.
Quick tangent. Richard Steele had a question before we go too far. Thoughts on getting married at an early age, specifically from 18 to 20?
Nope.
Curious to know what you guys think.
Hell to the no.
I think unless you're actually dead set on building a future with this woman, which for the most part, like kids don't even fucking know what they want. And yes, you are a child. If you are still in your early 20s, I don't care what you say, shut up. Just because you can drink and fucking smoke or whatever doesn't make you an adult. I mean, it makes you an adult in the eyes of the law. But
your brain isn't
But your
developed.
brain isn't developed. You're still dumb compared to a 30-year-old that has their shit together.
This
Right?
is-
This is a
30-year-olds
really
who are
touchy
dumb as
subject
shit.
because I have a lot
I
of
just
friends
said that has their shit together.
who got married.
Right.
at
And so
an age.
I personally believe that if you get married at a young age, that is one of the worst things that you can do for your life because
No,
you're-
not necessarily.
Listen.
Not necessarily.
if you're not prepared for what it means to be a husband and wife, if you're just doing it because you love them so much and you want to be with them for the rest of your life, like it's, you'll be hard pressed to find a majority of relationships that start at a young age in the today's era
Arkansas.
that last, right?
In
But
small towns.
my thing is, right, my thing is that my first girlfriend out of high school. We had dated when we were like 17, turning 18, until we were 19, and she wanted to get married at 19, right? And me being, the
Hold on,
dumb-
wait, what?
she wanted to get married at 19.
Wow.
Yeah, getting married at 19. She was just like, yeah, we're having like, I like a relationship. We're having a good time. Let's just get married. And me being the dumb kid, head still in the clouds, my starry eyed. I was like, yeah, I really like you. I think this could actually work. Mind you, this was the only girl that I've ever slept with, right? So
Oh hell no, boy! You tripping?
like-
You in the deep end.
So yeah, but you know what? I'm not gonna say that it doesn't work. Why? Because I have a buddy, one of my best friends. He is currently married to his wife, who he's been with for 5 years.
Mhm.
That is the only woman he has ever slept with.
Okay.
Right? So I believe it's possible, but it is not probable.
If there was no
or
social,
likely,
if there
very
was
likely.
no
Highly
Instagram,
likely.
Facebook, MySpace, if none of that shit existed, I'll give you a pass
Yeah, if
on
we
that.
lived in a traditional,
If we lived in a traditional
definitely.
setting,
world,
but
if you lived in the fucking in a place where
but
like
if you gonna say, here's the thing, marriage is fucking hard, my nigga. Like, yo,
No,
I'm not
definitely.
even married, but I am a fucking diary for a lot of people, and I ain't gonna put their business out there. But what it has taught me is marriage is almost like a placebo nowadays. People get married because they think it's gonna be good times. They think no, marriage is a fucking bond. It is a 24-hour job. You don't get the call out. You don't get to say, I'm not going to give 100%. Marriage is a fucking job. It is a promise. It is an oath that you take with your partner to go through the hard times, good times, whatever times, but you're there to the very end. A lot of people don't know this, but in religious terms, you are to love your wife more than you love your children, because you cannot love your children more than you love your wife, because they are half of her.
that
Or
doesn't
half of
mean
him. Wait. That being said, this notation is the competition that a lot of females feel in society. Oh, my friends are getting married. Oh, they're having kids. It's not even that they're doing it for the right reasons
Mhm.
anymore. They're doing it because it's like a fucking competition.
it's just a show.
Yeah. And
They
that's-
do it more
and-
for the wedding
yeah.
now and the ring.
Yeah,
So
and
an
it's watered the
actual-
fuck down.
And
I mean,
like-
I don't know about you guys, but at least the people that I know, they, either they have kids and they have to step up and they're doing a great job.
yeah.
They're getting engaged, they're getting married. My best friend, she's engaged. And
No,
I'm
I-
so happy for her. And she's been like with, her mans for years.
Yeah.
And of course, they've been through hard times, they've been through good times, and they've lived together before, they got engaged, and they really, they even like financially spoke about everything.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, they're prepared.
Are
And
they doing?
again-
Are they
They're
gonna do
prepared.
70-30?
Oh shit.
No,
Let me
they're
ask you
more-
something.
they're more
I gotta-
50-50.
I gotta ask Brick this. You ever see yourself getting married, my nigga?
Nah, man, I'm for the streets. For
You ever, you ever see yourself getting married?
Let it be known here that Ben 10, Sir Daniel Benjamin the Slobberly, does believe in the institution of marriage.
You believe in marriage? You think you're gonna get married one day?
I believe I'll get married one day.
Let me rephrase that. I wouldn't marry like a Western shorty. She would have to be from.
I'm gonna say this
out of the
right
country.
now.
Oh, he's switching up.
I'm gonna probably die alone.
Get out of here! You would
Oh,
love
don't
Jones.
say that.
The amount of R&B this kid, the
Hey.
amount of R&B he listens to, that's a lot.
Yo,
People
I'm
find, people
from-
find
They
love.
say watch your words. Your words. You better
Look,
choose your words very carefully.
I
The only
think-
reason I say that is
Yeah.
because, and no disrespect to you or you, I'm cut from a different cloth,
Yeah.
and
That's very disrespectful.
and the way the
I have a question.
and my whole thing is I'm attracted to souls,
Right.
and a lot of people that I have met, their souls are in question.
So Logic, the thing is, you're a hopeless romantic.
Not anymore, man, because it's exhausting, bro.
I don't want to break your heart, but in today's climate, you better leave that romance at home.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm probably gonna
All right.
You
Nat-
gotta be cold and calculated
well,
out here.
let's hear Nat's question.
Ask
So
your question.
continue.
I'm so sorry you guys think that way.
No, we don't think. We know.
No,
we
We've
know.
Hearing you
experienced-
guys-
we've experienced
I
things that you
know.
haven't.
I know, but hearing you guys talk about it, I feel bad that you had to unfortunately go through this. But my question is, do you, like you said, you don't see yourself getting married, but do you see yourself having a lifelong partner, regardless if you're married or not? Like if you find someone that
He's
you
with the
care
companionship.
about,
You want companionship? Just say
You
yes.
know?
No, no,
not even the companionship.
because
That's cap.
no, it's not cap. I honestly thought long and hard about this shit because
The amount of R&B
it,
you listen to, you're getting married.
motherfucker, the amount of R&B I listen to is because all the heartbreaks the nigga went through. I'm tired, my G.
Yeah, bro. So
That's my motivation. Heartbreak is my motivation. You keep going. You
I
don't
think-
let one person fuck it
Pause
up
real
at
quick.
the same
Sorry,
time.
real quick. Hey, Ian shot his shot. I could marry Nat.
There you go.
Hey,
So
man.
I
You
think
gotta have
that-
one carrot on that bitch.
What's your
think-
number? Hey, comment your telephone number for it.
I think that when Jason eventually
We're
finds
not
the
gonna-
right
you don't have to
person,
text me.
I don't believe in
I
that
see
either.
that.
I don't. Yo,
put on
I'm
the
be
board.
100.
Put on the
There's
board.
no such thing as finding the right one, bro. Like, yo, most niggas, you don't even mean to find the person you with. That ends up happening by accident. It just happens. I think when
No,
you're
yeah.
saying I'm trying to find the right one, what you're doing is actually
No,
hurting your fucking chances.
When I say find, I mean more so like hap upon, right? Like it just like this person just so happens to come into your life and you've found them.
Yeah, people
Right?
say, "Oh, are you like trying to find the right?" People
yeah,
just say that, like
they
it's
just
just
say
a
that, but it's
saying.
not necessarily like you're out like there's people that,
Looking
you know
for
like,
it.
but it's like relax, you know, continue building yourself, and the right person will come.
Hey.
They will
Yeah.
make their
I
way
didn't.
into your
I didn't
life.
understand that. Like when I was younger, I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to work. You know, like work on yourself,
Yeah.
like yourself,
Hey,
and then the
Jay.
right one will find you. I didn't understand that because when let's say the right one finds you
Yeah.
and you haven't been working on yourself, you're all sorts of fucked up in the
Yeah.
head. Which is why it's so true. Like you have to take the time to self-reflect and work on yourself, so that way you know.
Focus on yourself, King.
So you can be emotionally intelligent and you can just be
Focus on
the
yourself.
best version of
if
Your
I
yourself.
crown's
wasn't
falling.
intelligent, I'd be dead by now.
Oh,
Go focus on yourself.
that 88th Street, baby.
No disrespect. I ain't trying to be a downer. It's just right now, I don't see it.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
that's valid.
We gotta cue up this next video.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a little toxic in here.
No shit.
Oh, that's how I like it. Miami mommies, hit me up.
It's gonna get a
This
little toxic
bitch
in here.
here.
Toxicity.
Yo, this bitch here.
All right, guys. Let's get into it.
This dumbass. You got me in the car looking like a fucking dummy.
I'm trying to do a kind gesture.
No, kind gesture my
So you
ass. I don't
arguing
give a
too,
fuck if that's your baby mama. She could take the bus. I don't care if she could take the train. I don't give a fuck. Let her ass walk.
Take the
She
argument.
got a whole nother nigga over here worried about this shit, picking this damn guy. I don't give a fuck.
Man,
I
both
don't
y'all
give
ain't
a
finna
fuck.
argue about
I don't
this.
care.
Yo, both
What the
y'all
fuck is
out
I?
of the minute.
Why am I even in this situation? You should have told me you was picking her ass
Listen,
up.
both.
No, I don't want to hear that shit.
Come on, man.
I don't want to hear that shit though.
Yo, can we pause the video? I think we've heard enough.
Yeah.
I think we've
I'm
heard
a little
enough.
stressed out right now.
So my first
Yo.
thing on that is why are you putting that on social media? You are making yourself out to be the clown.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
I
Want this guy's number. Give him your number. I'm sorry. I'm just talking shit.
anyways, like I was saying, that stressed me out so much. Like just looking at that like you were right. Like there was so much toxicity
Yeah.
in that
That's
video.
what's out here.
You know,
You know what it is? Being stable and normal is not
It's
in.
not
It's
cool.
not-
anymore.
You
it's
gotta,
not cool.
you gotta play a game. You gotta play the game. It's all a game.
there was
Yeah.
literally no reason for her to be so
To post it
aggressive.
Yeah.
and to be in that situation.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
not to defend her, but
She did say he had the man. She had a man.
I blame him.
Yeah.
And the reason I blame him, and I'm speaking to a lot of fellas out here. When you get with a new chick and you be dropping dirt on the last chick, you create that environment. Straight the fuck up.
Yeah.
You
True.
create that environment because she's acting like that out of response of what grounds you set, not because it's just happened. And the sad part is that's an eye opener because if she's willing to do that in front of the baby mom, that means she don't give a fuck about your kid.
Hey,
You
comment
better
from
ride
Welly.
the fuck
That's
out.
true.
Pause real quick.
Oh.
Comment from Welly. Then don't date dudes with kids. Problem solved. I mean, I do agree with that, but if you're in the situation,
How old is he?
We don't
How
know.
old is he?
Who?
Ask him
Welly?
how old he is right now.
You ask him. He's in the chat.
Who's that, Welly?
Yeah.
How old are you, Welly? How old are you, my G?
I mean,
The reason I say
he's gonna have to
okay,
type in. Continue
listen,
on with the
the
point.
reason why I say how old are you? You feel me? Is simply because when you get to a certain fucking age, especially here in the city, that is what you're going to deal with. There's not many women who are going to be over the age of 30 that don't have kids. There's not going to be many men over the age of 30 that don't have kids. So you're going to deal with that. And if you're not prepared and mature enough to deal with it, you're only not only wasting their time, most importantly, you're only wasting your fucking time.
Yeah.
Because this whole thing, don't date women that have kids. You going to go after high school girls, my nigga? Let's be 100.
Keep it
What
55th
girls
Street.
you know in their 30s that don't have kids who are mentally fucking stable? I'll wait. Let's not play that,
So
man.
I think at least in regards to that video, everybody is in the wrong. Let's start with the baby daddy. First off, from what I could tell from that video, he didn't inform his new chick that he was picking up his baby mama. Secondly, why, like, I get it, that's like an uncomfortable topic to touch on, but okay, you couldn't at least like drop her off somewhere or anything like that to go get the baby mama. On top of that, the chick said that she has her own man. Where the man at? Right? Like,
See,
why aren't you? And I get it.
Oh,
That's the mother of your child.
No, but I can't agree with you on that. Oh, co-parenting, my nigga.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But there's so much
that's the-
context that isn't there.
Yeah,
though.
there is a lot of context there, and that's the mother of your child. So from the baby father's point of view, I can understand where he's coming from and why he did that. But at the same time, if you're going to involve your new partner, you have to key him in.
Yeah.
You have to keep him
At
in
the
the
end of the
loop.
day,
That's what I'm
it comes
saying.
down to common sense, man.
No, yeah,
Facts.
again,
Why would
but-
you put someone? Don't put someone in a situation you wouldn't want to be put in.
Yeah.
And communication.
Would you
Yeah.
want to be on the back end of this girl giving her baby daddy a ride, and you're sitting?
No, but listen, bro.
If it's beneficial of the
makes no
kids,
sense.
but
yeah.
check this out.
If the kids
yeah.
involved, yeah,
I
nigga.
care about
Nah,
the
that's
children,
off limits.
right? In my mind, me personally, my thinking, if I'm with a chick and she's picking up her baby daddy, first thing I'm gonna go like, damn,
Baby daddy and the kid.
the baby daddy and the kid. First thing I'm gonna
Yeah.
go is, damn, this nigga ain't got no whip. L, right? First thing. Secondly, I'm gonna go like, all right, he needed the help, and it looks like he has his kid with their kid with him. So I'm not even gonna pipe up. I'm just like, yo, what's good, bro? What's up? This, that, and the third, and move on, right? And then I'm gonna pull my girl aside and be like, yo, I really appreciate it if you're gonna put me in a situation like that again. You gotta keep me in the loop. I get it. I'm not
But
No,
you're
I-
talking as a rational.
as a rational human being,
Being.
right? Yeah, and I get it, right? I get it, but bro, why do we have to learn about this? Why are you going on social media
You know
like
why?
putting that shit? Because it's been
Because
normalized.
It's attention.
Yeah,
She's doing that out of attention. That is what you call. We have a saying for people like that: second childhood. You know what a second childhood is? There's people who grew up, and fortunately, they have so much regret in their life they try to act like a child again. She feels priority. She feels that okay,
that princess mentality.
yeah, like it's all about me. Why the fuck you dealing with that?
Yeah.
And to me, it's really sad because this is how motherfuckers end up shot. This is how people end up losing their lives. How kids get lost in the sauce because guess who? Fuck the parents. The child is seeing that shit.
The
An
child
unwilling
ultimately pays the
participant.
price.
Yeah,
The child pays the
ultimately.
fight. They're just a product of that environment, and you're creating that. But this is where I'm going to bring it down. I blame him more than anybody else because that's the shorty you chose.
Yeah.
You chose that type of woman, and you're okay with it. And that's the thing, man. A lot of people, especially in our age group, they're with the person they're with because of desperate times, bro. Because of the fear of being alone. So they sign themselves up with a toxic person in hopes to not be alone.
Yeah, toxicity does not
I
equal
say it
longevity.
like this, man. When they ask me why I'm the way I am, because I was born alone and I'm gonna die alone. And that's the honest truth.
Cold blooded.
That's just what it is.
No, yeah, it's valid.
You know what I'm saying?
valid.
I just and again, you have to look at what she's saying. She got a baby daddy. Why is she? Obviously, you want a man to leave the mother of his child stranded with his kid. That's a problem.
That is.
He's doing it because of the love for his child. We put a it's like
Let me ask you. So you would be cool with that? You're cool with that situation?
would I be cool with
I'd be
it? I don't
bothered.
have I'd be bothered, but I
Yeah.
don't have a choice because I would understand it's about the fucking child. It ain't about how I feel. I'll handle that when we get home. But the truth of the matter, if I'm with a chick, she's like, yo, I gotta give my baby daddy a ride. He's with my child. It is what it is. A smart man's gonna take opportunities to learn.
I wouldn't be bothered by it though. I'd be fine with it because, like, okay, let's say I'm dating a guy
Yeah.
and he has a kid, and and in this scenario, he tells me, "Oh, I need to pick up my baby mama and our child because I need to take him somewhere. She doesn't have a car, unfortunately. Whatever."
Mhm.
I'd be like, "Okay, cool. I'm glad you told me, and that's the responsible thing to do. Like, you know, the baby mama is gonna be in both of their lives."
Either way.
Either
Yeah.
way, and a man who respects his baby mama and his
Yep.
child, like that's a green
That's
flag.
that's a good man.
Because you
Yeah.
can respect your baby mama and not have feelings with and not like, you know,
Let me
fuck
tell
on the
you,
side.
the best opportunity that a child has in today's world is both parents to cooperate, even especially if they're not together.
Yeah.
Because if it's one side, like, yeah, I'll tell you, my life was one sided by my mother. I came up the way I think I came out a little fucked up, but I did have certain role models to guide me through those paths. May they rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, it's no longer about self. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I see my nephews, yeah, they're not my kids. My niece, that's not my kids, but it's like I've been there before. So I'm not gonna act like I haven't. I let them know I make mistakes. I let them know that if I'm wrong, I apologize to them. And in a situation like that, what that man needs to do, he needs to reevaluate. Is this the woman that you really want to stay with? The woman who basically showed her ugly side to a child who had nothing to do with the situation.
well as
Because
the rest of the
even though
world.
he was in the wrong, she didn't
She
have
blew
to
it
act
out of
like that.
proportion.
She did not handle
She
that
could have
right.
done that at the crib, and I think it would have been acceptable because it's
In
tension,
private.
it's emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're watching somebody come into a vehicle that broke the heart of the person that you're with now. So yeah, it's beef.
That
But-
that whole situation's messy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But how many times, yo, especially when we were younger, we fuck with a chick. She'd be like, yo, that's my ex. Yo, it's on site. Fuck that nigga. You didn't even know the whole story. It's just your emotions that you have for shorty made you feel like, yo, that nigga is my enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many brothers get shot over some
Yeah,
shit
but
like
you don't
that?
know you don't know the details.
But
you don't know
now,
what
but
she
now,
did.
but now that we're wise, we understand that. But you gotta look at them. You could tell that's a young chick. You could tell that's a young couple. There's no guidance, and it's
Yeah.
all based on their values of what they call decent and what they seem
and-
appropriate.
Yeah, she's cute or whatever, but like,
No, she
no,
ain't.
listen, bro.
Not
I mean,
like you're not yelling like a
No,
raptor.
yeah, I get you, but like in regards to that, you know, like looks fade. You gotta. It comes down to the content of the person's character ultimately,
Yep.
and if you start seeing one too many red flags, bro, that and like you can talk to your partner about it, but if it doesn't look like they're changing, this is something that I'll take from one of my exes that she told me that really meant something to me. Apology without change is just manipulation.
Facts.
So like, yeah, you can apologize, but if you don't mean it, and if you're not willing to fundamentally change who you are as a person, then it's not going to
Yeah.
work out.
I'm gonna say this because that hits at home. When you have a partner, no matter how many years it's a partnership, right? One thing I have always said, we are so entitled in this generation that you could be with somebody and it's like a boat that's about to leave the dock and your partner without you knowing is already in the fucking lifeboat. Because you'll find somebody who is stuck in their ways and you could try your best. I can only bring a horse to the water. I can't make it drink.
Yeah.
Just like I say plenty of times, if I'm the person who makes you happy, that is dangerous because I control your life. You have to make yourself happy. I cannot make you happy because what happens if I die or happens if I leave? Then you're going to be miserable. I think there's a fear of people taking accountability because they have to face their demons and they have to face their faults. Like, yo, I'm here
To
because
piggyback
I'm
off that, it's over reliance in other people.
Yeah.
You have to be self-sufficient.
Codependency.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have to be 100% whole before you get into a relationship.
Facts.
The thing with happiness is that
You owe me an apology.
you
You're a hopeless romantic. dog.
No. You owe me an apology.
For what?
Because when I was basically out there being back on the market, Jay, why don't you holler at chicks? I told you what I need to be
told you
by
what you need to
myself.
do, bro.
I told you I need to be by myself. And you and all the other niggas, oh, look, the chick, she's feeling you. I said, no, I need to decompress and I need to build myself
yeah,
up.
bro,
Tell him
that-
not to-
that's valid. That's valid. That's
Dudley,
valid.
Dudley do good over here, bro.
So the thing
Get outta here.
with happiness is
We on
that
demon. When we're in the streets, we're on demon time. Come on,
demon
man.
time.
Bitch,
She was feeling you, and you were like, "Oh,
I
no,
don't
I don't know."
listen. As a man, I get what I want, not
Yeah.
what I can get, my nigga.
Well,
so if
that
I
night-
want it, I go hunt for it. I
Hey,
don't
bro.
need no fucking help. I don't need
Oh,
so
okay,
I
hold on.
ain't
Mr.
never,
Hunter.
I ain't
Let
never
me-
asked
hold
no
on,
nigga
let
to
me
bring me
say
on.
Let me finish my point.
Let me say
Let me
something,
finish
Mr.
my
Hunter
points
Gatherer.
before you guys go off on your. Let me finish my point. All right. So, as I was saying before I was interrupted for a second time, that happiness isn't something that you should constantly chase. It should be something. It should be the product of the things that give your life meaning.
Facts.
All right. And I think that people make the mistake of thinking that when they get something, rather than when they work towards something, that it's supposed to make them happy. And when you focus on happiness, only then do you realize the absence of it in your life. And you chase it like a dog
Yep.
chasing its tail. And that's not healthy. And if you're watching this and that's the wake up call that you needed, I'm happy I was able to help. But ultimately, you need to find things that give your life purpose, right?
Facts.
It doesn't always have to be in a partner or a new shiny toy, things like that.
Motorcycles, get one.
Exactly. Pick up hobbies, right? Find little niches that you enjoy and you can enjoy alone that bring you happiness. So because there are going to be nights when you don't have someone there.
Yeah.
There are going to be nights where you can't reach out to anybody. Not in the sense that like no one wants to help
That's a
you.
Sigma male right there.
No, like no
But
one
that
wants
goes
to help
deeper
you.
than what
Yeah.
he says, because when you're in a relationship, you want to know what fucks up a lot of men's relationship. You never have time for me. You're always busy at work. And I was like, yo, I'm making a fucking future
Speak
for
on
us.
that, Nat.
Yeah.
Talk
I'm
to
making
him.
a future for us. I'm grinding for us. So you have to figure out what's going to keep you occupied. Learn to dream again. Learn to take control of your life, because to follow me, all you're doing is fucking yourself up, because you're doing something that you're not even wanting to do. You're doing it because you're scared to deal with yourself. That's a fucking problem, bro. Learn to be by yourself. It doesn't mean secluded, locked in a room, but learn to fall in love with yourself before you can fall in love with somebody else.
That comes back to loving your skin tone, people.
Facts.
Don't let someone tell you that you're not attractive because of the
Mortimer.
color of your skin, that you're not wanted because of the way that you look. in
What's wrong with
regards
being
to,
black?
like, skin tone.
You like
or
black
whatever.
girls?
So what's wrong with this Dudley Do-Good
I
behavior
love
on that
me
side of the
You like,
melanated
table?
hold
women.
on. Do you like black girls?
I love melanated women. But here's the caveat.
Brick, do you
I
like
do. I love my sisters.
lying ass nigga.
But
dog.
here's the
Yo,
caveat.
real talk. Hold on. Real
Love
talk.
my sisters.
You love your sisters?
They don't love me.
Yeah, you full of
So
shit.
They don't like me. They don't like
here's
me.
the caveat with that. I don't like women that don't respect themselves. And
Facts.
and look, and here is something that it can be argued about till the end of time. What does it mean to respect yourself? People have very different perceptions on what it means to respect yourself.
OnlyFans doesn't matter. She's still great.
Yeah, people think that.
I mean,
that,
Not setting
I'll be
boundaries
real
for
with you.
yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I,
like
would-
not like.
I think I could go out with a porn star if I didn't have a dick.
but,
That's about
bro,
it.
like true, like honestly and truly, one of the things that I believe it really matters
you looking at me
in
like that?
Like
being
what?
able to respect yourself, and as Nat said, one of those things is really being able to set boundaries with yourself and with people as well. That is very important. But to respect yourself means to be able to control one's perception of you, and sometimes there are instances where you cannot control one's perception of you, and that's
Facts.
fine as long as you're living authentically and you're willing
Living
to
your truth.
exactly and willing to accept the consequences, whether good or bad, that come with living authentically. All right. So you can't sit there up in arms, upset that you can't get something or someone or whatever the
Because of
fuck,
your past decision.
because of your past
Yeah.
decisions, or because of like how you act and as you are. Because it's more so like, I think of it like, don't put yourself in a situation that you're gonna regret later. You have to be able to think critically, think ahead.
Yeah.
That's why we have consciousness. That's why we have imagination. It allows
Yeah.
us to peer into the possible future.
Facts.
So you have to be able to use that to your
Damn,
advantage.
Ben 10 spitting facts, man.
He on
spitting
that
back.
third eye shit.
So wise.
Bro, 10 for 10, Ben 10.
All right, guys, we got
Check
one
me
more
out.
video. Let's cue
Lord
that up.
Jesus.
I do love Jesus.
Who's this?
I don't know who this. It's from Coach Greg Adams TV.
Do
This
not get
nigga
a
looking like
girlfriend.
salt and pepper.
This man looks like
One thing I learned about women, and I know there's an exception to the rule, is that they do not think long term. This is their Achilles heel. It is to your
Yes.
detriment that you do not have that skill. That inability to really think long term about decisions you make. You think you're right in that moment, like your long range plan is about to completely get unraveled. And you're headed into more problems. If you are a man that has a mom or a single mom, ex-wife, and a daughter, do not get a girlfriend. You're compounding the problem. You're just adding 4 women to your life that all are going to need you at one point. And there constantly is this need to either need from you or ruin you. And the reason why is because they messed up way back here and they didn't think long term.
Damn, he fucked me up.
Damn. All right, Nat. What are your thoughts?
He fucked me up.
I don't actually fully agree with him.
Yeah, I'm
No,
a little
I do.
confused.
I do.
No, I get the
Did you hear
point.
what he said?
I get the point that he's making. I get the point that he's making. But in regards to when he said that women don't think long term, I think that was the only thing that threw me off, because I think it's more so a mentality of people rather than women. And I guess you can say that women more usually show that mentality.
Let me give examples.
Yeah, please give me an
Like,
example because
Give
I,
example. I could give you multiple examples.
I can understand that women fall into that category more,
Mhm.
but the way it's just the way that he
It's
was
not
presenting
generalized
it.
for
Yeah, yeah.
females. It works for males, but in the majority being women, all-star weekends. How many women went out there and got nothing to their name? All they knew was like, yo, we're gonna go have some fun and we're gonna go do it. They didn't think about, oh shit, what happens if my car gets declined? What happens if I ain't got no cash on reserve? Well, let's just talk about when it comes to planning vacation. See, as a man, I understand I gotta take certain things into account, such as cancellations, flights, all that. It's like women have not all,
But enough
but
to where it's a pattern.
enough the Disney World mentality. You understand? Oh my God, we're going to Disney World. We're gonna do the Food and Fire in Western Bowl. Did anybody care to check hotels to make sure there was room for us to even find a room? Nah, y'all just picked up and left. Not all,
I see where you're
But-
coming from.
but the majority. When he says, and now when he's saying coming from a broken house, I strongly believe that, because even in the relationships I was in, because I come from a broken home where my mom is a single mother, as men, women are our first love, right? Our moms. That's who we love unconditionally. So naturally, we are protectors. So we go out looking for a woman who's very similar to our mother's behaviors or characteristics. But the reality is we lie to ourselves. You get what I'm saying? And because we lie to ourselves, we dig ourselves a deeper hole. And that's not the girl's fault. That's our fault. Because sometimes we try to focus on perfection and we get fucked up in the storm.
I see where you're coming from. Personally speaking, I don't know about you guys. I mean, like you just said it, your mom was a single mother. But my mom, she did everything for me. Like, I don't mean like literally everything, but I mean she was the mother, like the caretaker, and she wanted to make sure that my brother and I, that we were well taken care of. She was well nurtured. And for the earlier topic that you guys were discussing about, like the alpha male and the female, like in the Hispanic community, it's very like that. So my dad was like, the breadwinner. He was taking care of like the family and the bills, and my mom was like the nurturer. But my dad obviously still loved me either way. But when it came to trips, my parents did everything like equally. My mom, she did everything. Like there was not one influence in my life that made me think women don't think long term.
But
Like I was never like exposed to that.
Because you've been blessed. Real shit, you've been blessed.
You're in today's world, you're probably in the minority,
Yeah.
not the majority. But what he's saying, we have to put that to men too, because
Yeah.
the decisions don't get put on one side. It takes two people to make kids. So you
Yeah.
can't blame one party without blaming the other.
Facts.
But short term, in today's society, we're all in it for the thrill. We're all in it for the feelings.
Yeah.
We do everything in our feelings and our emotions. We don't think,
Yeah.
when do you do
Logically.
something in your
I think
feelings.
logically. Well, that I
No,
haven't
no,
learned to think
I'm
like
saying
that.
when you're emotionally unstable or you're doing something emotionally, you're not thinking
Hell's
2,
no.
3 steps
You're in the
ahead. You're
moment.
just in the moment.
Yeah.
You're
Because
impulsive.
this can be applied to
Let
everyone.
me
This
ask you
can-
this.
yeah, exactly.
Did your mom teach you how to love a man?
How to love.
Want me to break it down?
Yes.
Like, so my mother she taught me how to respect myself and how to treat women fairly. She taught me the importance of being a male role model, the importance of putting it on my back and moving forward. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So one thing I say a lot of times, not all women, but it seems like women, their mother taught them how to be independent and not how to cater to a man. So can you say that your mom taught you how to cater to a man, or did she teach you how to be efficient and independent?
No,
She taught me how to be efficient and independent
So,
because I growing up I saw how like you know like I mentioned before, in the Hispanic community, the woman, she cooks, she cleans, and then the man, they go to work.
yeah.
So you saw tradition.
Yeah, so I was gonna say
I
this,
saw that growing up.
She didn't outright tell you, but through her actions, she showed you.
Through my actions, through her actions, she showed me. But as I got older, she started having more like talks with me, discussions, telling me about the real world, like like things that she went through with like her past partners, and that she doesn't want me to go through the same thing. She gave me anecdotes and just a bunch of stories, and I've learned from those, and I've learned how to be independent myself.
But you see what the difference is, and it proves the statistics right there. She had both parents at home, because I can guarantee you having one parent at home would basically have major conflict to that.
It hinders
because
development.
A woman would basically express her pain through her child. That's what happens with a lot of men who become mama boys, and they end up having resentment to their father because their first love, they see getting dogged out and treated wrong. They have a hatred for that. But when you have both of them in the household, you understand that balance.
Only if there is a balance, because there are some dysfunctional households where the parents
are together, but they're toxic for
they're
each
not.
other.
They don't work with each other.
Shit, I have some friends, boy, back in the day. They dad was one like, okay, now you know what? I retract my statement. Yeah, there's beta and alpha. Cause I had some homeboys, man, they father was like, the mom wore the pants, dog. And I'm just like,
and honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest, like personally, I think that's just a wee bit hot, right? When a chick has her shit together, and like in the event that in the event that you're unable to do something, right? Let's say you got hurt or you had to go away on business or this, that, and the third, right? To be able to trust that your partner can step up and take care of things while you're like out for whatever reason. That shit major fucking key.
That comes down to selection though. You gotta be picking the right people.
I'll be real with you, nigga. I'm gonna say it like this. Every day I leave my house, I'm at competition with the world, my nigga. I'm doing shit that is breaking me fucking down. Shit that is literally fucking with my mental, my physical. I do not want to come home to a person to compete with what I just dealt with outside. No man, no self-respecting man wants to beef with his shorty. He wants to grow with his shorty. And that's the thing. There's always time for everything. But you have to understand, as men, we decompress completely fucking different. And a lot of times, not all, a lot of reason why a lot of men are silent about shit, because the fear of having it thrown back into their face.
No, that has happened to me. I remember, and I'm just gonna say this now because it's one of those things I had to self-reflect on and get over. But I remember talking to one of my exes, and just talking to her about like why I believe in a traditional household, but why I also believe that women should go out there and get the bag or things of that nature, if that's what they want. Because my mother, because she had children, she wasn't able to finish school and like chase the dreams that she wanted. That she made the sacrifice, right? And I'm telling her all that, this and the third. And then we were talking about family dynamics, right? In the event that a family were to come about from our relationship. And then she's upset. She's upset with me, rightfully, that I was like, hey, look, I will be, if we're going to do this, it's going to be traditional. I'm going to be the breadwinner. I think it'd be totally neat if you stayed home and you reared your children and you took care of the household, right? And she says to me, and this is something I'm not ever going to forget either. She says to me, "Oh, I don't want to end up like your mother, not having gone to school and being forced to raise kids at the house." And that was the moment. Yeah,
Bitch!
that was a moment in our relationship that I was like, "Yo."
I'll donkey
This-
punch the fuck out of
Yeah,
you.
I was like,
bro.
No, you won't.
I was like, this chick. I was like,
no, you won't.
this chick is not for me.
Let me
Like,
get that clap. Let me get that clap.
Nigga,
And, like-
on my life, you disrespect my mother, dog. I don't
No,
care.
but
No,
she
yeah,
is-
you
she-
no, yeah, that out
That's-
of left field, right? So then I don't want to say I shut down, but in order to avoid more conflict, because what she said was like some off the wall shit. Can we agree that was some off the wall
Yeah.
shit?
No,
right?
100%.
That's some
Yeah.
fighting words.
So-
But
bro.
you're not hating her.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lay my hands on the woman, not ever.
You can still throw
Um,
things at them.
Right. So then, I decide to stay silent for a bit because she just kind of put me in my head.
Yeah,
You
you
know, really-
processing.
really had me processing what she said. And then, she turns in on me. She then victimizes herself. She's like, I don't like that you didn't want to talk to me. I don't think it's fair that you can just shut down like that.
I hate that
Like,
so
right?
much.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, do you not just hear what you said? Like, I told you something, right? I told you something in confidence, something that and I've never told anyone else this, right? So I shared it with her first. Now I'm sharing it with the world,
Yeah.
and it's like,
She
How-
got to go.
how you gonna toss that back in my face when I'm presenting how I feel about raising a family, right?
Because
Like,
your feelings don't matter. That's what she's saying.
yeah, exactly.
It's all about
like,
her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I don't. She essentially she was like, "Nigga, I don't care what you want to do. This is my show, right?" And so like, and it's one of those things. Like, and this goes for men and women.
Mhm.
When people say things to intentionally hurt your feelings.
Or to get a reaction to make themselves the victim.
Exactly. And I didn't give her the reaction she wanted, but it still managed to flip on me for not
Because
wanting
it
to
hurts.
talk
It's
about
coming
it.
from
Yeah.
a person that you care about,
Yeah.
who just literally shot you in the dark type shit, bro.
Yeah, dude. I was like, bro, I honestly could not believe, because I could say some shit about her mom. Like
Nah,
not
but you're not
everyone's
gonna
like,
stoop
hey,
down to
but
her
I'm not
level.
gonna stoop down to her level. So I had to sit down with her and go like, bro, don't ever talk about my mama on your life ever again, dude. Like on everything. And I had that moment, and I would like to think that that in that moment that was the beginning of the end.
Nate, final thoughts of today. Touch base. And if
Touch
you want
base
his
on a
number, I
lot
can
of
get it
stuff.
for you.
Yeah, Ian, we need you to come back in. She wants the number.
No, guys. Can
It's a
you...
joke. Sensational.
Man, don't you know? you don't know
we-
the game. You be
Nah.
like, yo,
We
here's
got your
my
back.
cash app.
Nah,
got
thi-
your
Send
back.
it.
this
I
is
don't
your
play that game.
no. This is your chance. Don't play that game.
You respect
This
yourself?
is your chance to clown these niggas,
For real.
right? This is your chance.
Just understand. They have an IP
No
address.
sympathy. Don't make
No
sure there's no sympathy.
Okay. I can see why some women would do that.
Yeah.
But personally, I just don't pay any attention to anyone. Because the thing is, I don't like putting myself in a position where like if I'm being hit on, okay, like
Yeah.
I'll take the compliment.
What do you mean you don't
If I'm
pay attention
interested-
to no man?
Like
She don't give a fuck about niggas peak
Yeah,
talking.
bro. If you're a fucking mark, she like what I'm hearing is that she can just sense it.
I'm
right?
gonna have to break this down like
Go ahead.
very specifically
For the cavemen.
for the cavemen. So as a woman, I'm I can speak for all women when I say like we on a daily basis have to like just be prepared for like the worst.
For the Sims?
The
thirst traps?
Obviously every woman's different because every woman has a different character. They handle situations differently. Me personally, I'm a very anxious person and I don't like being put on the spot and I don't like being like the center of attention. So I'll never put myself in a position where I am the center of attention. But if I am in a position where I get compliments or, like I'll appreciate it, thank you so much. But that's just not the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
I
and,
feel
like-
like there's some compliments that might be scary though. Like,
No,
No,
yeah,
of
yeah.
course.
like you
Damn,
got
girl,
nice skin.
You'd be pretty if
And
you
you-
smiled more.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my God.
But final thoughts on what we were talking about?
You guys spoke based on so much. You guys spoke facts on a lot of issues.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big factuals, no
big up
capsules.
Jamaica.
I'm also I also feel bad for some things that you guys had to go through, but
It makes us better men if
It
you
makes
decide
us-
if you choose to
yeah.
be.
but you know what,
Facts.
you guys have family and friends to support you and back you. So
All my niggas.
Why they gotta be niggas?
Okay, all my people.
That's better. Keep it PG.
Bro, my homegirls are my niggas too. All right.
All right, Ben 10, final thoughts. We gotta wrap
um,
it up. It's bedtime.
Oh, it's bedtime. All right. So I would like the first to say that that we're done.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We got a bedtime.
I would first say thank you everyone for tuning in to the One Thing's for Two Things for Certain podcast. Thank you so much to Nat for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully, we were able to shed light on certain topics from both sides of the spectrum. Hopefully, we can have Nat and more like-minded individuals like her on the show to share her point of view on things as well. Let it be taken from today that becoming a better person and finding the happiness and finding the person that you deserve is ultimately up to you, and you have to be willing to work at that every day. In regards to relationships, courting, marriage, things of that nature, everything is a battle, whether you decide to partake in it or not. And as Brick said, there are winners and losers. So you decide who wins and who loses. There are things that are out of your control, but you can always shift the odds in your favor. And another thing for you fucking haters, we don't hate women. But this is not a woman bashing podcast, all right? We bash people.
You
No,
bash women, I'll bash you.
that's fair.
Let me make
That's
that
fair.
very
That's
clear.
valid. That's valid. That's valid.
Hey.
Don't worry, guys.
Uh,
If any of these guys ever bash women, don't worry.
But we
I
don't.
got you.
We speak on both sides. We played we play both sides.
I
because,
speak my truth, goddamn it.
and his truth appeals to everyone. All right. So that's the thing. And you have to be willing. Another thing, people think critically. There is a lot going on in the warfare. The battlefront is spiritual first and foremost. And ultimately your life is in your hands. So once
right.
again, thank you guys for joining us. This has been One Thing's for Sure, Two Things for Certain, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, City Boys undefeated. Let's go.
City boys.
100.